And welcome, everybody, to another thrilling edition, the penultimate edition, I know what that word means, of your favorite live stream favorite weekly live stream wrestling podcast. I'm glad we're changing because I don't even have that down yet. I will figure that out later. This is, of course, Tooney Talk Wrestling, TTW, and I am your host. I am here to guide you through wrestling this evening, to steer the conversation, to steer the ship. I am Dis Akadis, aka Dis, and I'm looking in the chat, and we have a lively group tonight, which makes me happy. I love to see it. We got a lot to go through tonight. We're going to be looking at our predictions from Redemption. Did AEW redeem themselves? See what I did there? I saw that headline like 10 times this week. We also are going to give our predictions for SummerSlam and kind of do a preview for the show. We're going to look at some past next big things. This was the segment that we didn't get to last week, but we're going to look at some failed next big things from the past, and we're going to discuss whether or not Oba is different, and if he is, why. And then we got a little game that we're going to be playing intermittently throughout the show. After every segment, we'll do another round. So yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me this evening. And as you know, I cannot do this by myself. I need my wonderful panel. So why don't we start bringing them in right about, let me see here now. It's a great circle of sound. Tensions ignite. Jake takes on the chaos, the verbal fight. Nice guy dropping pins on wrestling nights. Most famous on Tooney Talk, owning the mic. Light, and he's Jewish. Jake from Alt Jake Takes On. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Hello, buddy. I am good. I am doing well, staying inside, keeping cool in the air conditioning because it's hot here in Phoenix. It's funny with the intro, it just made me think like I'm going to try to go to Full Gear in November here. And it's like, I wonder if maybe I'll get spotted there too. the only time I've ever been spotted by an AEW show. Like,
you better, because we need a new intro. I can't, right? I at least need a new song. I can't. Right. Tooney Talk. Yours is the only one that we need a new song for, because it actually says Tooney Talk. So we have to figure out what we're going to do about that. I can't.
We can add the heavy on the ish with the Jewish. So people, they're telling me it's the high holy days. Which I know some of them, but I'm getting like greed. I'm like, I don't know, Mo. Sorry, I'm Jewish.
All right. And by the way, guys, if any of you want to give us your 2 cents, if you give us a super chat, we will read every super chat, allow it on the air as we get them. No more $50 cap. Although if you want Glom Gold paid, it has to be $5 or more. And I'm still needing to call more people in. And one of the people I don't know if they're quite ready or not. You know who you are. Drop me a line in the back chat if you aren't ready, but or if you're ready. But for now, let's bring in we have a special guest today. And that special guest is George Captor from Alt Jake Takes On with Jake.
I love being special guest. It's always nice. Thank you.
Special guest. At some point, we're gonna have to actually like make you an intro and do this right, because
I don't mind.
Well,
I don't mind at all. Quite frankly, it's an honor and a privilege to be invited for some of the last shows of TTW.
This is the penultimate episode. Happy. This will be a trivia question someday.
Yeah, who is it? Me.
Actually, on the new show, I've discussed having a rotating fourth chair, and I think one of the things that makes me know that I can do that, or lets me know I can do that, is the fact that George is so reliable, and if we can't come up, if George can always be here, he can always sit in. He's great on the show. The chat loves him. It's hard to find people who are that consistent and don't mess things up. And George does a great job of that. And I know it might sound silly.
It's why he's my partner on the podcast, man.
He
Seriously,
really does.
I love it. Like, yeah.
He's likable. He gets along with everybody.
Great dude, man. I appreciate him so much.
And I see your super chats, and I'm going to get to them, I promise.
Yeah, he's busy giving me kudos. Let him go.
I think somebody else should be here for when we do the super chats, though. And from what I hear, he's angry.
He's old and he's cranky in his favorite chair, yelling at the TV with that grumpy glare. If always on, he's losing
Look at this handsome man right there. Awful Wrestling. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Fuck my router. Seriously, fuck my router. 1 minute before we got on the air here, I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, I'm so angry. Hello, everybody. Peace to the chat. Peace to everybody. I am so. Let's just get this show on the road. I'm not gonna be on camera for too much longer. In fact, this was a gift for the people at Wrestling with Tism, and and the people and Nice Beards and their angels. Man. So yeah, I'm getting off camera right now. But how is
that
everybody?
show? By the way, that show. If you haven't listened to This Is Awful from this past Sunday, if you missed it because we went on Sunday instead of Saturday, go back and listen to that show. Yeah. It is fire. It is such. I'm so proud of that show, and it was like. Very little planning. We just kind of, I mean, Awful did a great job editing that video up. You couldn't even tell it wasn't the whole thing. But yeah, I loved that episode of This Is Awful. I was there, and I went back and listened to it, and that's rare. I'm not very good at listening.
I gotta say, I kind of hope that people hype it up. I know George and Jake are like experts at that, so you like encourage all your chat people to like hype it up. So hopefully we can. Get that happening.
We are Team Rhonda here in this.
Hell yeah.
In the Tooneyverse or whatever. I will keep the name of Tooneyverse.
I felt so bad for Elise because you guys are who's the thing? I could tell right away it was her because there was the TV behind her. I'm like, it's her boyfriend right behind her playing video games. I could tell.
Yep. You nailed it, Jake. I saw the chat.
Man. Yeah. I could read it and see, and I fucking knew the lady in the other corner was gonna be the bitch who called her out, and she did. I died. I was crying laughing. That was hilarious.
All right, let's get to some of these super chats, and then I will. I'll give a quick rundown on what's going on in the next few weeks on this show after the super chats. But let's go through them here. We got Regina Sharp for $10. It'll be you and me. It'll be you and me, Punk, mano a mano, just you and me and my guards. This message is brought to you by
Glom Gold, Glom Gold, Glom Gold, Glom Gold.
Always has been, always is, always will be. I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, we haven't. We'll see if that survives over to the next phase of everything here. We have Chef Eddie for $5. AEW is going to sign all the ex-WWE guys and change their branding to the AARP of wrestling. I hope not. I mean, they need to stop that, right? Like they really need to. If they maybe sign the big ones out of here, but
like who?
I mean, okay, I think if you can sign the New Day, sign the Motor City Machine Guns. Because your audience will eat it up, right? But why would you sign? I mean, okay, well, like, Bo Rotunda. Like, what are you gonna do with Uncle Howdy? What are you gonna do with what's his name? The Joe Gacy. What are you gonna do? Like,
Eric
there's a lot
Rowan
of
and Dexter
Rowan.
Loomis. Yeah.
Yeah, Dexter Loomis, I think, has already kind of said that he's going to TNA, I believe.
That's what I thought because he was Sam Shaw over there, so he's got credibility build up.
Yeah. So it's just like if they want to sign the New Day and Motor City Machine Guns, I get it. I guess I understand Carrie saying, although why? I mean,
she said she's going back to Japan. I expect her back in Japan.
And people love Carrie saying when she's not on television, and then when she's on television, nobody cares anymore. You know what I mean? It's one of those.
Like the Machine Guns too, I get your point because they could also help teach people, and the New Day's got a lot of experience. Like that's good to have in your locker room. I could see that, but yeah, a lot of the others, like who cares? Like nobody cares about Bo Dallas. I'm sorry, we tried, but it just is what it is.
Same thing. Like like Carrie Sane reminds me of Dakota Kai. Like when she's not on TV, everyone cries about it, and it's all you read about. And then the second she gets on TV, nobody cares about her anymore. They just
when was the last time she performed that flying elbow?
Carrie Sane?
Yeah, because it's one of the most awesomest moves ever.
It is a very good flying elbow, yeah. She does that. I mean, she's a great wrestler. It's just like, if she goes to AEW, she's just going to be another Asian broad. Like, there's no, you know what I mean? Like, they don't do anything. I don't know.
She'd be better than Hikaru Shida, God damn it. Woof.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Regina Sharp with another $5. F my router. A little kinky there, awful. I said it right too. I said
Jeez. Wow.
Renosaurus for $5. Why are Otis and Akira still employed? They haven't won Jack, rarely win in general, and we have Danhausen, Sheamus walked, but these two stay. Really? Because Sheamus gets paid over $1 million and Otis gets paid like $150,000 a year or something, and he's
they're the comedy segment.
And like those kind of people too are good for like, and they don't promote these enough, but like when they go to like schools or hospitals and stuff, I've seen a bunch of different videos of Otis going to schools and like hyping
kids
up little
love
kids.
Otis.
Exactly,
kids love Otis,
and he was a Olympic style, like almost an Olympic wrestler or trained with the Olympics, so he's got like a lot of. He's a good dude.
You want to get rid of Tozawa? I'm kind of fine with it. He's a great bumper. He's a great bumper. And he's good at like getting heat on people, but if you're not paying him next to nothing, I can understand why you'd let him go. Otis, I think there is something left for Otis. I don't know what it is. I think maybe after Chad Gable's little singles run kind of sizzles, it'd be putting them back together as a tag team could be good for the tag division.
Yeah, and like really serious him up, which then when you've been getting rid of,
right?
You can see that.
Yeah,
they've had their chances with Otis a couple times. I think the boat may have sailed, but I love Otis. I think he's great, but
I just feel like it's like if you give him if you could put him in some serious role, but I feel like if he's happy making the company minimum and just doing the work, like you need people on the roster to take certain bumps and let up getting local talent. So I get it to a point.
Yeah,
we need another King Kong Bundy.
That's true. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
We need.
Go ahead.
No, we just need a big guy. Now, I guess Bronson Reed's got that seat for now, but
not anymore. Have you seen him?
I guess not.
Yeah, he's tiny.
Yeah, he's kind of slimmed
down. That was a smart move for his legs.
Yeah,
smart move for his heart.
Fair.
Otis.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean Otis could reinvent himself if he turned heel and he stuck with it, had a good mouthpiece in front of him. And wasn't painted as a comedy character and an actual threat. I could see it.
Yeah, I'd love to see Otis doing the 5 count bit. That'd be awesome.
I think it does hurt him though that Vince only saw him as a comedy character.
Yep.
And just kind of drove that into the ground to the point where now it is hard to look at him as anything more. They kind of tried it a little bit before with when they first put him with Chad Gable, but you just can't. Like people buy him as a serious character. You have to really reinvent him to do it. And it's possible. We've seen guys go through bigger reinventions and make it. So
send them down to AAA for a couple 6 months and let them reinvent themselves down there and bring them back up.
With these lower paid guys, that's another thing too, is that there's so many options to like, if you're making the company minimum or lower in the company, right, and you're not on television in America, you can send them to AAA and have them fill a spot there. You can send them to NXT. You can have them do ambassador work around indies and stuff like that, like they do with like Daddy. There's a lot of stuff you can do with them at this point. You can have them go on WWE radio, which the internet is like shitting their pants about.
Can you believe WWE radio didn't cover AEW Redemption? Holy shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. AEW, you want a radio company, a radio station? Why don't you, I don't know, start a radio station instead of just crying about how WWE's radio station doesn't talk about you?
And like any of these complainers have a Sirius XM account. They're just seeing the clips online and being told what happened.
And they didn't listen anyway. They already hated Bully Ray and those guys. And they even hated Thunder Rosa because she was on there. I listened to it. It's silly. I don't know. There is something to be said. I have a weird thing about in-universe radio. And there are a couple shows that stay like kayfabe on there, and I kind of dig it.
That's cool. I'm not opposed to that.
It's kind of neat that there are a couple shows that like stay within the storylines and act like it's real.
Fair. That's cool.
Like I always loved GTA radio. When I would listen to that outside the game. Sometimes it was I love that immersion that you get where it's like it's a radio station talking about there's other stuff going on in the world of GTA, and I don't know. I always thought it was fun. But,
like the news breaks.
You and my cousin.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Hoffel?
I said you and my cousin. Like sometimes he would just like put the controller down and let that bitch play.
Yeah, or like go on the internet there or watch their TV. They had TV shows with series. They had internet sites that were like It was good stuff.
Wow.
It was funny. Yeah. Spent a lot of time sitting on the couch with a pipe in hand watching that. It was fun.
So if you guys want
being in my 20s.
if you guys want your comment read on the air, just give us a super chat. We will read every comment on the air. And $5 or more if you want Glom Gold, we'll give you Glom Gold. We were talking about someone asking in the chat. A few people asked what's gonna happen after next week, and I guess we never were really clear about that. So we will be taking a break while we kind of get the branding and everything really on point. When we do the new show, we want it to be done right from the start, right? And we already know how to do a show, obviously, since it's basically in terms of who's here and the main content, it's not going to be that much different than what you get right now. But in terms of how it's presented, we're not going to use StreamYard anymore. So I have to set up a whole new thing for OBS. And we're going to have, different graphics. Maybe the music's going to say, I want the music, but we are going to kind of pretty
I
it
want
up.
royalties.
Awful, you get royalties. You'll be fine. It's on your channel. You get your
Say it's on your channel. You'd be
Kind
good.
of makes sense there, doesn't it?
Right? Yeah.
And it will be, as we just said, over on Awful's channel, and you'll know plenty. I'm sure in the break that we're having. I know at one point I'm supposed to be going on Alt Jake on your show over there on Sundays on a Sunday.
Yeah,
And
you have to let me know a Sunday, please.
oh yeah, we'll figure it out. But I'm saying we will be around. This is Awful is going to keep going all the way through. All the way through. So you'll
My shows aren't stopping.
Yeah, Jake's not stopping. So you will be updated as to what's going to happen. And the Discord's still going to be around. So you'll be able to, any kind of major updates we have on there, we'll give you there, or on Twitter, or if you really don't want to listen to Alt Jake Takes On, or This is Awful for some reason, there's plenty of ways that you'll find out what's going to happen.
I have a question that I've been asked from people on our show
Yes,
on
sir.
my email. For your last show, how's the format going to run? Because
Okay. Good question.
Thank you.
We are me, Awful, and Jake are going to come on. We're going to do SummerSlam. SummerSlam. We're going to talk about what happened. We're going to go over our predictions. And at that point, once we do that, unless the chat, we'll let the chat. We want to get SummerSlam out of your guys' system. We understand that you come here sometimes, you want that, and we want to give it to you. So we're going to do that. That'll be the first part of the show. And then after me and Jake kind of talked about it, and I think Jake's right. I think I think it should be the four, the main four for the last part. And
smooth move, Jake. I like that.
so
I get it. I'll hang out if you guys want me to. I can sit there. I can help out. I can manage the chat. But
Because here's kind of my thing. I was like one of the first. I think I was one of the first 50 to 100 people I ever signed up for the show in the beginning. I think it's best to, like you said, do the SummerSlam talk first, and then break into the four guys that started it and are going to end it.
yeah, and
I won't cry, but I might.
I might. We're gonna be just kind of reminiscing, shooting the shit, talking. Kev and Marv are both coming. I have a super chat. I'll get to your super chat in a second, but something here. Beard is teasing that he might jump on the last show. So you have that to look forward to. Awful's gonna take his shirt off and be on cam. It's gonna be great. You'll be able to hear
take your top off.
You'll be able to hear my old intro and all that stuff. We're gonna have some fun that last one, and it'll be a nice closing of a chapter. It's not in anything because, like I said, we're all gonna keep doing a show. So it's really just kind of closing a chapter and opening up a new one and seeing where this whole thing goes. I think it's gonna end up going. I don't know. I think it's gonna work out. I have some plans that I and it's gonna be nice to actually have a show that feels like my show from the ground up. Something like Jake has his show, Awful has his show. It'll be nice to have something that is really mine. So.
I'm glad to hear you choosing to end it that way because I think the people want it that way, and you're going to be super chat crazy that night anyway. That's going to be crazy. It will be.
I hope so. That'd be cool.
And you know what? You know what? I'm not going to say anything else. We'll get into it next week. But we do have another super chat from Redisaurus. You just can't stop the Jake and George connection. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Huh? Dig it. Yeah.
Thank you, Regina. We will keep going. We will keep trying.
LA Knight, Luigi John for $2. Here's $2. Keep your shirt on this for Pete's sake. I'm not even my shirt. First off, the only thing you can see of me, my shirt's already off. Secondly, I'm not on camera, so
there's no guessing there.
Did you guys hear LA Knight last night? He did the thinking.
Did he do a good job?
He didn't do the voice. He just said the words.
Oh.
But
I couldn't make it through Raw yesterday. Sorry,
really
terrible.
I'm trying to think.
That was pretty good.
Ooh,
I had
let's talk
really,
about it.
Okay,
two outstanding moments for me: Raquel winning and the Solo promo. His 5 minutes with Solo was great, and Raquel winning the championship was finally unbelievably cool.
Yeah. I was just gonna. Yeah, Raquel winning was awesome, and I've always had a thing. I've always liked Solo and how his style. Like he's got comedy chops. He was just put in the wrong position in the bloodline. That should have been Jacob when he came in.
Yeah, I actually liked the bloodline stuff. I thought I can't get enough of Solo Sikoa right now. I could just watch him 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
He's great.
He is so good. Like, he's made me a believer. I could not believe. I always thought, like, oh yeah, he's gonna be when he finally turns face, it'll be like a fun baby face, like a Rikishi or something like that, But he is fire. He delivers a more coherent, better promo than like 90% of the baby faces they have right now.
I agree.
And he does it without stuttering, and he gets every line in, and he gets every point across. And he's so freaking good.
And he's funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
Do you see the cuts of him at the house show doing all the funny shit with the?
Oh yeah.
That was pretty. Yeah, it's good stuff.
I think Solo, they found something. Like if they've known they've had this in Solo for a while, then they're crazy for not doing it earlier. But he's gonna be a big face here in the future. But yeah,
wasn't he the same guy that was like he's got like old videos of when he was like a teenager, or at least in his early 20s, and like he's like seen dancing and just having a good old time in his bedroom or whatever.
Yeah, like Jake said, he's got a lot of personality. In the beginning. Like Jake said, he was miscast at the beginning. I agree with Jake 100% on that.
Yeah, I just think that should have been Jake. He's been great.
CM for two, worst part of the show last night. Glom Gold OD. Well, guess what?
No, worst part of the last show. He's gonna mean you guys are gonna get OD'd
show.
Yeah, you guys are gonna get OD'd on Glom
Gold. We are.
Yep. Another reason it's probably best for me to peace out. I don't need that many Glom Gold.
The worst part about last
like too much.
Yeah, the worst part of last night's show was the Danhausen segment. It was brutal.
Yeah,
I like Danhausen now, but I couldn't even stomach that.
The Joe
it was funny with the Lakers girls. It was fun. I mean, it was silly. It took up 10 minutes. I don't know.
I think that they are I think they def rebel Joe Hendry. Like Joe Hendry doesn't do all that like production and the clapping and the dancing and so like his whole gimmick was more like, I'm gonna go in the ring, I'm gonna sing a song, it'll have some punchlines in it. It'll have a fun chorus. It'll be a whole song, and it'll be. But last night it was like I do 2 lines, and then it was the same line over and over and over and over again. And it's like, and the music sounded so overproduced, and I'm like, this isn't Joe Hendry. This isn't Danhausen. This is something else. I don't know who that. I don't know if it was Bruce Pritchard or whatever. That segment was just. It didn't feel like either of the characters, and I don't think they've done a good job of really showing what Joe Hendry can do yet. I think that because I've seen he was fantastic in TNA, and go back even further to Ring. He should have come in as a heel. To be honest, Joe Hendry's one of those guys that he should always start as a heel and then win the crowd over and then become the big baby face because the crowd loves him so much from what he did as a heel. When you come in with that gimmick as a heel or as a face, it's kind of hard. I think they just assumed that everyone.
I mean, he was good. He was good in NXT as the same character. It worked in NXT, but you're right. They didn't have the production. Any of his concert was just him and the guitar.
Right.
But here's the thing too. Here's the thing too and Beards mentioned it, and I'm in the same boat as him. It's still just an entrance.
Because they haven't done anything with him.
Right. Yep.
They have not. The Logan. No, the Logan Paul sucks. Maybe if Logan hadn't gotten injured,
I was just about to say that, Dis. I'm like, I think he was going to feud with Logan and have some great match with Logan,
Right.
possibly at SummerSlam, and then Logan gets hurt, and it's like, and they really were. They didn't have a backup plan because it made a lot of sense to have him versus Logan, and it was fun getting into it. And then Logan gets hurt, and it's like
the Logan song was good. The Logan song went viral.
And
People
Logan's
were talking
reactions made it. Logan
Right.
is so good at being a dick.
But then they had to get rid of it after 10 minutes. Beard, I'm sorry, Beard. I disagree about Fandango. Joe Hendry's been doing this for 8 years, man. Like Joe Hendry is an accomplished wrestler, and the gimmick's gotten over time. It's
Show us
just
comment
WWE.
this.
I could do that, couldn't I? Yes, he said he's Fandango. Yeah, and I just disagree. I think that he's not being used to his full potential. I think he's a better wrestler than what they've shown. I think he's more creative than what they've shown. And I think that it's just, I don't know. Maybe if the Logan Paul thing hadn't happened, it might have worked out better. But yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand what they.
And on the indies too, he would make fun of his opponents in this, or he'd like make a cheaply homemade music video,
right,
reworking the lyrics to their song to make fun of them, and then they would play that cheesy, crappy video as his entrance when he wrestled them on the indies and stuff. I saw his match against Scotty 2 Hotty. I said the whole thing was on YouTube for a while. It's hilarious what he does with those. But they're just kind of just sitting. I think the Logan Paul thing is right, but he hasn't been used at all properly.
I have a question. And I said this, I alluded to this on the very first show that we did. Is Joe Hendry just happy to be there, or is he going to really like start pushing for his, push, for lack of a better term? Like, is he going to actually?
I feel it supports what you're saying. I feel like Joe Hendry has gotten stale AF. Thank you, Andre Adams.
Yeah, maybe he's got to get a little angry.
Maybe
be a little pissed off at
that's a creative issue, boys. That's a creative issue. This is creative. That's what creative is supposed to do. Yes.
Yeah, but if you're not saying anything, if you're going into the locker room every week and just being like, "Hey, they got cheesesteaks at Kate," it's just like you gotta.
Yeah,
I guess so.
I wouldn't start putting your foot down yet. I mean, he's still pretty new there.
And I think you nailed it though with the Logan Paul thing. I feel like they were gonna have maybe even a couple matches before, but they would have had like a big blow off match at SummerSlam. I feel like that was the plan for it, but Logan got hurt and they haven't figured out how to pivot now.
Your job in creative is to have a backup plan. Then
you're right.
That's what you're getting paid to do.
I just keep picturing Triple H. Well, you can't have. Okay, first off, George, you can't have a backup plan for every single person.
No, you're right. You're right.
I
took it a little too far. I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm not Vince, so I apologize.
No, but I think I can just picture him coming in and Triple H being like, "Oh, we love your act. We're gonna hook you up with the best musician in the world, Def Rebel, and you're gonna we're gonna really get your And I like that. I could hear that coming out of his mouth, and I also think that some of the chatter saying Cardona needed to come in as a heel. I think and I think Joe Hendry needed to come in as a heel. I think there's a few people who probably would have been better. I really hope that they turn Santana heel before it comes up to the main roster, because I think Santana's one of those guys.
Cruz Montana,
yes.
Thank you.
Which, by the way,
boy, what a name.
Well, I mean, it was his dad's name, like it's a tribute to his father, or he picked it. So
okay, I don't like his dad's name either. How about that?
I was like, everyone got on Royce Keys, and it's like his son's name and his mother's maiden name. It's like,
and Royce Keys is a fire name, by the way.
It's
Royce
good,
Keys.
Yeah,
it's so much better than Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs sounds like a cartoon character. Royce Keys sounds like a man.
Playing on the CW.
Saturday mornings on the CW.
Yeah, they need to workshop. But Santana will. I don't think the name's detrimental. I don't think it's one of those that like he can't get over with it. He's good enough to do it, but I do think he needs to turn heel at some point. They need to stop assuming that everyone who watches the main roster watches NXT and TNA. They did it good with Oba Femi, right? They didn't just bring him in, and like they did a good job bringing in Oba Femi and kind of actually making you forget about NXT.
And Trick and Javon too.
Yeah, but with a lot of these guys, it's like they kind of just assume It's like, oh, you know them already. We don't need to do anything. You know this, and it doesn't. They don't. NXT is not. not only is it not as popular as the main roster, but I believe it's quite a bit different audience than the main roster is.
100%.
So
Yeah. It's hard to keep up with everything. People don't have 6 hours or 7 hours, 8 hours a week to give, depending on how long Raw goes and if SmackDown's 2 or 3 hours. It's a lot of wrestling to watch in a week.
But really quick, there was a pay-per-view this weekend, AEW Redemption. We all loved it, watched it, and we loved it. And everyone was happy.
It was great.
With AEW Redemption.
Can I say one thing before you start?
I mean, I don't know what starting consists of.
Okay.
So you're more than welcome to say something.
After Forbidden Door was done, Tony Khan came out and said, "Listen, I hear you guys. We're going to start this sucker an hour early. Get you out of there early."
Yeah.
Now that's a sign of showing the olive branch to the people. I thought, I'm like, okay, that's cool. He's going to let people out of there at a decent hour so they can get home for work. Didn't quite work out there.
No, it did not.
I was surprised, totally surprised he went that long. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was. I watched probably 2/3 of the show. I came in during the Bang Bang Gang match, and I saw everything from that point to the end. So,
crowd wasn't into it either. It didn't seem like.
Hell no.
Except for the opening match, that was it.
It's 7,000 people in an 18,000 seat stadium arena.
That no one give a shit.
Yeah,
except for Speedball.
Unimportant pay-per-view. Nothing was going to happen on this show that was going to make any major difference. I mean, Willow winning the championship, but you could have done that on the Dynamite.
They popped for Edge and Christian.
Canadians, yeah.
I loved the fact that me and Awful were watching that podcast on This Is Awful while this show was going on, and while the people on the podcast were talking about how AEW doesn't exist in the world of make-believe or whatever, I'm watching Tommaso Ciampa beat up a stuffed version of the team's mascot.
That actually happened.
Yeah.
What was more embarrassing to you guys, that part or Mick Foley barking like a fucking dog?
Okay, you brought it up, so let's do it. I can't show it, but I should be able to do this. So for those of you that missed it, he was having so there's the dogs and there's the birds and these are the birds, right?
No.
This is Divine Dominion. The birds
Divine
are the two British
Dominion.
chicks, yeah.
Right. So the birds, these girls who are dressed like birds clearly wouldn't be birds. We have to somebody else is the birds. So this is Divine Dominion. And Mick Foley was interviewing them, and I got the audio. So why don't we hear what happened during this
Awesome.
interview?
Maybe while you're down there, you should bow down.
I can do that, like a dog. Bow wow, bow wow, whoopful, bow, wow, bow down, bow, bowing.
So go. That's on a pay-per-view. People paid money for that. That is on
what the hell, dude?
On a pay-per-view that was almost 5 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
4 hours.
Even if it was 2 hours long,
know.
it's still one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen ever.
So I don't know if this is like Foley being like, it almost seems like a thing where he's like, this is how they treat women where I used to work. So now I'm going to show that it's like, I'm a man and I can do it. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It just seems so weird. And
he was in the cuck chair, huh?
Yeah. Like he's like, I'm going to be a real man and act like that.
Because it started like it was going to be a real interview. Like you stand there and they told him to take a seat. Next thing you know, he's on. I'm like, what did I just witness? I couldn't believe I saw it. I really couldn't believe I saw it.
I think even he had douche chills because he was just like, I don't even know where to go from here. Let me just send it back.
I don't know, man.
Send it back to you guys.
It's
Incredible.
such it's something that shouldn't be on television at all. Definitely shouldn't be on a pay-per-view. Were these broads even wrestling on the show? No.
No.
Oh,
They
they didn't
weren't
have a
even on the
match.
show.
Okay. Wow.
And it wasn't during the pre-show. They did a interview segment during the show with women who weren't on the show.
Yeah.
And they had Mick Foley get down on his knees and bark like a dog. So 2026, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe Vince is working there. Maybe he already took the job. We don't know.
Get on the ground and bark like a dog.
That would be funny if that's how it happened after all the. So here's my headcanon now. After everything that Mick Foley said about Vince McMahon, Vince McMahon got a secret job with Tony Khan, where they don't know that he's there. It's a secret job, and Mick Foley comes there. So Vince is like, I'm gonna make him bark like a dog,
Shit.
No, she's got Shane doing it. That's what Shane's doing. He sent Shane to do it.
Right.
All right. There's not really much to talk about. Nothing happened. The Young Bucks came out, and then them and Edge and Christian jerked each other off, and we're like, we're going to fight. And then the crowd was like, okay. And
Hey.
And the afterbirth on the main event was like 25 minutes long. It never ended.
Can someone describe the afterbirth?
I'm gonna let George. I was on the show, so I was having a hard time.
I wanted to talk about one match prior to that, though. I want the Tekla Willow match.
Good match.
We knew Willow was going to win, but Tekla's got such momentum. She's one of the best female wrestlers they have there. And I jumped on this right from the beginning when she started. She's perfect for this group, this audience. She's perfect.
Yeah.
Let her roll and let her take on Mercedes at All In. Never should have lost this. I knew she was gonna because it was Willow, but I don't know. I think that was a bad booking move, and a lot of people are on my side with that.
I think it was a good match.
Yes, it was.
And I think the women's match earlier was good. Would probably, honestly, well, no, I'm not gonna lie. Cope and Christian versus Death Riders was a good match. But I think those three are about the only three that I had any desire, like I would recommend to watch to anyone. But yeah, so what I saw, like the Death Riders came out and beat up Kenny Omega, and then Will Ospreay came out, and they were trying to get him.
I saw it.
Okay,
I watched it. It was on for a bit, and then they you don't have to watch the pay-per-views if you just put like the hashtag AEW Redemption in Twitter and like on latest and just keep refreshing. The videos will get put up either by AEW or somebody else will put it up and take it down. So you could really watch the whole pay-per-view that way. That's what I've done for a long time. But so what happened was the Death Riders came out to beat up, and they start beating up Ospreay, and eventually they like put a chair over his neck, like they're gonna Pillmanize his neck with the chair, and like they're sending Claudio to do it, and Ospreay runs out and tries to stop him, and then Claudio runs to do it, and he just attacks all of them. He like knocks out Ospreay. I'll give Pac credit when he hit him with his like elbow thing. Pac flopped and died like in bento. It was a good sell for that one. And then Moxley comes running out and tries to convince him to put the bag over Ospreay's head, Ospreay to put the bag over Kenny's head. Ospreay looks like he's gonna do it. Takes way too long, looking like he's gonna do it, and then rips it back in half. And then Kenny and him get up and they shake hands and they go up to the crowd like yay. And then Kenny attacked and knocked out Ospreay. I think he hit him with the running knee. I didn't quite see that part. And then the Bucks come out and like, what are you doing? Why? And then it ends with Kenny looking at him like Kenny's going to turn heel all of a sudden.
It really seemed like it was that somebody in the back went, well, we know Will Ospreay is going to get cheered.
Right. Like we need a heel, so we're going to make it Kenny. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
It was very silly. But why don't you update us on our standings? I believe. I mean, you paid for us.
No, I was kidding. I got it wrong. I forgot that Awful changed one of his picks, and I couldn't read my handwriting. So yeah, Awful had 6. I had 6. You had 5. You and I both picked one of in the pre-show stuff, but we don't have to go through that. But I'm just going through what we picked. And then George is the one who took the big hit and got 4.
Yeah. Wow. Awful.
I went against a lot of people.
Yeah, that was because George was picking last, and like, I'm gonna pick differently, and like the one was like the Speedball Mike Bailey match. Like you knew he's gonna win in his hometown.
Mm-hmm. So when we get to the big standings eventually, Awful and Jake are kind of neck and neck.
Yeah,
it sounds like. So
yeah, sure.
We did get a super chat from Regina Sharp for $5. You know the AEW rules, George. If they have momentum, you kill it before they have a chance to go anywhere.
Seems like the truth
every single time.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so that was our. I mean, I don't want to do much any more redemption. Is there anything? Oh, I mean, we could talk about the Jericho. We mentioned the painkiller stuff. So, what is the name of that stupid mascot? Does anybody know?
Youpie.
Youpie?
Yeah, because it used to be the Expos mascot, and then when the Expos left Montreal for Washington, D.C., the mascot was just kind of hanging out, and everybody loved him because he's a funny mascot. He's like the Philly Fanatic, but from Montreal. Right. And then he became like the honorary mascot for the Montreal team, the Canadiens. Yeah. So it's Youpie.
Yeah, so Ciampa pulled him out, and then not the mascot.
Right.
A stuffed tiny version of the mascot.
Yes. The gift shop.
5 inches long.
Mm-hmm. And proceeded to.
Yeah, he knows about 5 inches.
Like, it'd be one thing if he just ripped it apart. Like, seriously, if he just like ripped its head off or something, that's
he couldn't do that because Jericho had to save it and kiss it and like rub where Ciampa had hurt it.
And so he does his finisher on the stuffed doll, and then he pins the doll, and then Aubrey Edwards counts the pin.
Yes, ridiculous, fucking ridiculous.
Breaks it up, like.
Because Aubrey, that had to be Aubrey because she had to be part of the show.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. That's exactly what happened.
No, that's Tony telling Aubrey she's part of the show.
Right. Exactly. They've made her that. And it's just so embarrassing.
AEW is not meant to entertain. AEW is not meant to entertain us. When I say us, I mean people, human beings. AEW is meant to entertain the people who work in AEW.
And Dave and
the boys
and those people.
They're trying
and the cage match bots.
Let me get to that. That's what I'm going to get to. That. I don't think that they actually like it. I think that they want to like it because it's what the boys like, and they want to feel like they're the boys.
In essence, AEW is meant for an audience of one. That's Tony. That's
right.
Yeah.
Right. And people go.
I was going to say so. There were times when WWE would make little like comments that only the hardcore fans would know, and then if you're a hardcore fan, you go like, "Oh, I know what that is. I'm smart. I'm a smart guy." AEW does that every minute of every show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So it's not. So that's how they entertain the marks is by making them feel like they're in on it. They're wink. But. It'll never attract new people. It will never bring in anyone outside of the bubble. It'll just be these stupid wrestling nerds who WWE got to like wrestling in the first place, and then you took because they became 13 years old and were so I don't like WWE anymore. And then so you got them and they went to the show with the boobies, and then they go, "Oh, I know that." So they're talking to me when in reality, it's just a circle jerk. It's this big dumb thing that,
and I think a lot of it, like you nailed it too, where they said like they don't like it but they want to like it. The thing is they have so much hatred for WWE and that product that then it's like they've made that their boogeyman, even though like some of what's on that show they would actually like, but they like just have to say it's crap. And because it's not even that they really like AEW, but they hate WWE so much that they've convinced themselves. It's like a weird cult thing.
But it's like when CM Punk was there or when Cody was there, they were trying to make moments for the fans, right? Like they were trying to do these things, and it wasn't just for like the hardcore fans who read the dirt sheets. Like they were trying to make big dramatic moments and do good storytelling. I don't believe that you would understand one storyline in AEW if you didn't have 10 years of prior knowledge that has never been presented on television, that you only get by reading dirt sheets, that you only get by watching Japanese wrestling. Like it's not a company. It's like I said, it's a circle jerk. That's the best way you can describe AEW right now, is a circle jerk. They're just
whenever they have a chance to make it more popular for other people, they always blow it. Like even the simple thing of starting the thing an hour earlier and still ending at the same time, that takes a lot of the good faith you just gave people away really quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to get up for work at 4:30 in the morning. I couldn't watch that whole fucking thing. There's no way.
Yeah. And it also I've noticed that it seems like TNA and AEW like trade off their audience. Like AEW goes down and TNA goes up, and then TNA goes down and AEW goes up, and it's just I don't know what's going on there, but there seems to be about 100,000 or so that will for some reason watch one and not the other, even though they're on two different nights. But yeah, I can't. I try, guys. I I watched this show. I didn't have to watch this show. We weren't covering it for This Is Awful. I tried because I was like, I kind of want to see Edge and Christian. I'm a big Edge and Christian fan. I'd like to see them. There's let's give it a shot. Not 1 second was I there were some good matches, but I still don't even consider that like pleased or I'm feeling like I'm using my time well, because it feels like, okay, if I want to watch a good match, there's millions of good matches that I can watch. I don't have to watch this one.
Right. And usually,
give me a reason to watch it.
And usually when you're watching Dynamite, at least the crowd's into it. So at least you're into it. And Redemption, that crowd was not really.
They did not care at all.
Right.
At all.
Funeral quiet, I said.
It was Montreal. Montreal is usually a great crowd too. They're usually on fire.
Yeah.
But
I think you're mixing Montreal up with Toronto. Toronto's a great crowd.
Montreal's pretty rowdy.
Montreal can get loud. You just have to present them with good stuff.
Right.
Sami Zayn, Montreal. Yeah.
Or Sami Zayn. Good point.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn.
And imagine too, I gotta think some people are getting pissed towards the end too, because I mean that show ended at 11:55 local time. Like I gotta get home and then figure my life out. Like you started an hour early just to go.
Exactly. You got to get home. You got to be like, what am I doing with my life? I was watching AEW.
I mean, I know a lot of these people. I know the AEW crowd lives in mom's basement or whatever, but still, like,
they got to get home and figure their life out is one of the best lines.
What am I doing with my life?
Okay.
Well, I guess it's like it's French Canadians. So what am I doing with my life, eh?
I did see a scathing review online. When I was scrolling through YouTube earlier, there was someone who said AEW Redemption was a disappointment, and then below it said 7 out of 10.
Still good.
Great.
I heard. I can't confirm this, but I saw some things online from like Meltzer Said What and a few other people where apparently like during some sort of live stream, Alvarez was like bashing the show, and then he said, and like he had them cut that out or like take it out of it or cut the clips or whatever so that it didn't seem like he was bashing the show. Apparently he even was just like, this is terrible, why are they doing this? I can't confirm that because I wouldn't ever be on an Alvarez forum, but that's what I saw from Meltzer Said What's account.
We talked about this in our show. This show should never happened.
No,
this Redemption should never happen. Should still be building for All In.
Well, that apparently from what we've seen, the original plan, and Awful posted the video of it, was this was going to be Kenny beating Max for the title at this show. Was
Which
the original plan.
We talked to Carlos about.
Exactly. And they posted that video in for the locals of Montreal pumping it up, and then they posted it on Twitter after Kenny had the title. Oh my god!
And talk about Kevin Knight being an afterthought. Holy shit!
Oh yeah, that match ended and he was gone.
Yeah, AEW does this. And I was this one of the things from your guys' show on Sunday that I'll give Nice Spirits credit for. I think it was him that said it, where he compared this to when Fletcher was in a main event match against Adam Page when he had the title, and Fletcher just had a long competitive match and lost. Like, for Tony thinks that makes somebody like, oh, they went the distance with the champ, and it's like, not really, man.
At times it
You're
could.
just calling him loser. Yeah.
At times it could work.
Right. Yeah, but it doesn't work when you do it with Blake Christensen or something like that.
It doesn't work when you do it all the time. Yeah, you've got to. And that's because this is how he only knows this way to make people. Like, George is right. That can make one person. Then you make somebody else a different way. Yeah. Somebody else, you have them do 10 squash matches on TV for the next 6 weeks. And bam,
it's one of those moves you can pull out every couple of years and get something out of it, I think or it happens organically. Like, I think Javon kind of had that a few weeks ago with the not so much the going against for the title, but he was going.
It was the gauntlet match.
Yeah, the gauntlet match.
Yeah, it was the gauntlet match. Yeah,
and he came out as a loser, looking stronger than almost anyone else in the match.
Yep.
So.
Yep. No, Gable got that. Gable went over, but Javon got over in it because he was like the second person in the match, and he went through two or. It was either the third or fourth person he faced was Rusev, and he was beat up and tired. And it was good.
We didn't talk about this either, but I want to point something out that they did that you don't see very often, which is Javon seemed legitimately angry at himself for losing the match. Like, he seemed disappointed in himself, but not like he was going out and like going, oh man, and like kicking the ground and crying. Like he kind of like banged the mat and he's like pulling his hair and
that was the match against Penta. That was the Intercontinental title match.
No, he did it. He did it.
That one.
He did that one too. Yeah.
All right. I didn't
He's,
notice. I
that's
didn't
what I'm
see that part.
saying. He does it.
Yeah.
He's good at it. He did it.
And he's getting that's all right. Cool. I didn't
Because
really
he did it. I believe it
Well,
was
if that's the case, then props to Thekla and also Hikaru Shida because they lost their shit when they lost.
Yeah, that's a good point. No, the women, women do it more than men. I will say that. I do notice it more.
I mean,
with women.
Hikaru Shida's shit. From Thekla, I get you. From Hikaru Shida, she's just worthless. She's so terrible in the ring.
Not worthless, but
No, because she can't cut a promo. She can't cut a live promo. She can't cut a vignette promo, and she's shit in the ring. She's worthless. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just Hikaru Shida sucks.
I'm just gonna let
Maya World's very good.
Maya World's great. No, Maya World is a perfect replay. Maya World's awesome. Her story's great. She's working hard. She's getting better. She should be the one. If Mercedes wins the title at All In, Maya should be the one to take it from her. She's awesome.
I hated. Awful said that. Awful. Who was it that said that she should beat Athena? She should be the next Athena.
Oh yeah, Nice Beards believed that
that's
Maya World should dethrone Athena. Like, no way in hell.
It's about Ring of Honor. Keep her on Dynamite on a
It's
real
like
show.
that's the only thing that Ring of Honor has going for it.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
Athena. That's the only thing that people care about in Ring of Honor. So yeah, give it to Maya World, the broad that showed up last Tuesday because someone got sick. That's a great idea, you know. And not saying anything bad about Maya World. She's fine, but she's been there for like 6 months, and you're going to be like, okay, let's throw away the best thing the best thing that's happened to Ring of Honor since Tony bought it, and arguably the best thing that's going on in either of his companies, which is Athena, you know. And yeah, let's just get rid of that.
Nobody knows of.
For Maya World, just get rid of that. And it's so dumb.
Yeah, just keep building up Maya World. Let her have a long TBS championship. Right?
Yeah. So we're gonna do this. So this game is it's real easy. It's breezy, and that's why I'm using it to split up the segments here. We're gonna do the budget game. You see these every once in a while, where you have to take the role of someone making a company, and you have $10, and you can pick who you're gonna go with. First round is the suits. This is management, and so you have $10. You can spend all $10. Any of these people, okay. Now I'll give you the categories we're going to do. We're doing management, the suits. We're doing announcers. We're doing men's wrestlers and women's wrestlers. Okay. Hold on. We got a super chat. Unrelated, $5 from Regina Sharp. Unrelated, but from now on, can we remove Morto? The possessive and thing it makes
Mortoses.
Mortoses name from posters and replace it with Frank asking for a friend.
You know he's a lawyer.
You got to put the proper
lawyer.
title on him, Esquire.
Yeah, Frank the lawyer.
Esquire.
Is Sasha Banks still banging him or what?
Yeah.
As far as I know, yes.
Okay.
I don't pay that close attention.
According to my 99 a month text, yes.
Okay, so we have management, we have announcers, we have men wrestler, women's wrestlers. You can if
$10
you hire
for all of it.
$10 for each round. If you hire somebody, you can use them in other roles except for the roles that are elsewhere. So, like, you can't hire Jim Ross in this round and use him as a announcer. You can't hire, Triple H and use him as a wrestler. If you hire him, you can use him as a manager or a GM or something if you want, but not as a wrestler or a announcer. So, and these people may appear in multiple rounds. So keep that in mind. You can't hire them twice. So,
Jesus,
that means, like, if you hire Jim Ross now, you can't hire him as an announcer, is what I'm saying. So you get $10, and I'm gonna let Jake go first. Jake, what are you picking you get $10? You can spend it however you want. What are you doing?
For everything, every category, you get $10.
No, I said each round
category.
you get $10.
All right.
Each round you get $10.
I mean, I really only want to spend 4. I think
you don't have to spend it all.
I mean, I guess but I need a backer I need somebody who has money, right? Is that how this kind of going to work? Where's the money coming
whoever
from?
You want to be in charge. You can say money. You can say management. They're in charge of the business.
I got you. All right, so I got it. I'm gonna.
They can help with booking too. So.
Yeah. All right, so if I've got $10 here, I'm gonna spend what would that be? 7? Because I'm gonna get Ted Turner's money. Ted Turner's my money man, and then Triple H and Paul Heyman are running pretty much everything else together. I think the two of them would be great, and everything else, like they could run creative and talent relations. I feel like and then Ted got the money, so that's where I'm going with.
So you wouldn't even just load up your staff with other people. That's it. You're just done. That's where you're.
I feel like yeah. I mean, like what? Because here's the thing. I don't want McMahon shitting on heads. I don't want Tony just because I don't want Tony. I mean, Bischoff was good for a bit, but he hasn't seemed to have much creative ideas since. And then I hate Vince Russo. Bruce Pritchard is kind of, and then a Jim Ross will probably have as my announcer. So that's where I'm kind of going. I feel like that was my move.
This was these are random too. I know that there are people that aren't included. I couldn't include everybody, so I just had to kind of point and throw a dart at it, you know. So George, what you got?
I would spend $3 on this. My head would be JR from 20 years ago, JR, not current JR, but JR in his prime, absolutely. And Paul Heyman. Yeah. Sure. Okay. JR and Paul Heyman. That's it for management. That's all I need is those two guys. I'm gold.
Okay. Awful. What do you think?
If you can get those two to work together like it smoothly, you'd have absolutely.
Interesting. I'm looking at Ted Turner's money.
Okay.
I think I'm going with Triple H as my head booker, and his assistant would be Eric Bischoff.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Okay. I would do, I'm going with Ted. I like the way Ted worked right?
Yeah.
Ted did it where he just let him go. Let him do their
Ted
thing,
before the Time
money.
Warner takeover. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
dude, he never failed.
It's true.
Prime Ted. Yeah. Give me Prime Ted.
I'm with you on Ted. I'm with you on Heyman. I think Heyman is a genius. You have to keep Heyman around. I am going to put Triple H in there. And this might be a little controversial, but since I have a little money left over, I'm gonna get Vince Russo. Let me explain.
I'd rather you pick
Please.
Pritchard. Jesus.
Let me explain. Well, Pritchard, you know.
I know.
The idea of Vince Russo, okay, and Paul Heyman working together. One thing Vince Russo knows how to do, okay, is format a show. He can probably format a show better than almost anyone else on this list, in my opinion, in terms of getting things on time, in terms of delivering on time, in terms of fitting TV time, in terms of that kind of thing. Vince Russo is great at that. He has a mind for it. And I think that Paul Heyman would overpower Vince Russo. I think Vince Russo, I would specifically be like, Russo, you're formatting. You are formatting the show. You are not contributing creatively. Because he did that good in TNA at TNA's peak. And that was around 2008 when he just said, I'm going to format the show. I'm not going to write it. I'm just going to make sure everything fits and everyone hits the times and all that kind of stuff. He did good at it. And since I don't have Vince McMahon there, I don't trust the other guys to do it.
The chat hates you right now.
I know.
I'm just laughing. I'm laughing because if you heard the stories about that, he'd format certain things and guys were like, wait, how are we going to do this? Like, this isn't going to make logical sense.
But it worked. But it always, but he
have
always
other
made
people.
It
yeah, as long as he would send that to Triple H and Heyman, and they would fix it. So I get you. I understand. That's all he's doing, and he has to send it through them. He makes no real decisions.
No.
They can reformat what he I get what you're saying.
It's because he.
I almost put Bruce in that role, in that exact kind of idea where he's going to give the ideas.
There's an art to timing out shows, and if you just be like, we're going to give you a lot of money, so you'll be happy, but we're not giving you any power. And I think you'd do it.
If you had like Pat Patterson in there, I would have put him in that same role.
Pat Patterson. Yeah. Well, Pat Patterson's more of an agent, but
Yeah. I get you.
So there we go. That was round one. Now we are getting to our next segment, which is SummerSlam. Coming up this Saturday and Sunday in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And
some people call it Summer Tarp.
They gave us the breakdown yesterday, right? With the days.
Yeah.
We're going Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, they did? Okay.
I put this in like a numerical order. Yep.
So now we don't know the exact order. Also, instead of giving the first hour away for free now, ESPN is doing a live 3-hour pre-show for it, but then you got to watch the whole thing on ESPN Unlimited.
I think the only thing that they've kind of made, they said for sure that Cody and Punk are main eventing Saturday, which is why I put this match first, because I feel like if they're main eventing, this is starting the show. But I didn't know about that, about the ESPN thing. That's interesting.
Yeah, they've killed the first hour for free, and instead ESPN is the fact that they're actually giving them more time on the network. It's just they're not giving away part of the actual show,
which this might be good then for some of these matches.
Are they doing that for both nights? Okay.
3 nights.
So they're giving 6 hours of what's their prime time sports time, because in sports world that time area is like value for baseball and shit like that. So you're talking major for ESPN to be giving them that time.
Yeah. And I think we're all looking.
This is the time to do it though in August with less sports going on and stuff. But,
right.
Yeah.
They're actually giving them. There's a SummerSlam special that's running right now, and then the Cody Rhodes Tom Brady interview is going to be running on ESPN.
Okay. All right, cool.
They're bringing some of the guys into Sports Center, so they're
Yeah, I saw a breakdown on Sports Center yesterday.
They're making a big deal about it. So it'll be.
And also, for it, they better.
You know where else you can actually follow along with this pay-per-view on Radio WWE on Sirius XM. That is so cool. I used to love listening to wrestling on the radio back in the day. I did it because my mom would bowl in a league, and that was right around the time that they were doing WWF Radio or Radio WWF or whatever it was called with Jim Ross. So we would listen whenever there was a pay-per-view. We would listen on the radio at the bowling alley. Those were good times. This one's easy. Does it Oba Femi? Anybody?
Yeah,
say Brock? Anybody gonna say Brock?
I don't think so. I didn't.
Awful. You gonna say Brock?
No, I'm gonna say Oba Femi, but hey, listen, switch it up. Might be cool for Brock to win.
Might
be. I say?
It would make a lot of damn sense. Yeah.
No, maybe not. Yeah.
So George,
Mm-hmm.
do you need to give your prediction or
No, I do not.
okay?
No,
I abstain. Thank you.
no, George and I did picks on Sunday, so I'm keeping mine the same for both shows because I
I never know what I pick. So I could change up my mind.
I read everything down, so I got it. But yeah.
We got Liv and Io. Oh, hey Jake, can you run this for a second up here? I have to. My son's calling me. Okay, give me 1 second.
We got Liv versus
If you need to move on to another match, go ahead. I will give my predictions when I come back.
Perfect.
Well, that's what you told him to do.
I was just gonna say,
go ahead, Jake.
Give me his pick right now and then go. But he had a plan. It was this plan. I don't know. I mean, you got the women's world title match. They've built this up decently well in the sense where like the promos that they did on Monday were pretty good. And it's gonna be a good match. Like Io is a great wrestler, and Liv, for all the struggles she had in the beginning of her career, she's really blossomed into a top star, and she's pretty good in the ring. She's small, but she's good and she's feisty. So, but I think Liv's gonna retain at this one. It'll probably be because of the Judgment Day, but I don't see really a reason to put this title on Io right now. But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I was gonna say she's got the knee issue. I think that's kind of why they had her do that one thing with the knee last night on Raw, which was fun. Did you guys see that? That was violent as hell. Did you see that awful? So
no, I missed that.
It was during the Raquel and Sol Ruca match that was and obviously Raquel was having the match, and then Roxanne runs down, and then Liv runs down, but then Io comes out to stop her, and they're fighting around, going around the ring, and then. So Liv on the outside of the big turnbuckle, like Io sits her like right up against the turnbuckle, and then Io runs across the apron and like does like a meteora to Liv's face, but like she doesn't actually hit her but her knees hit the that big ring post that they have now, and it made like a bang sound. I was like, oh, that hurt. She was holding her knee, but she's got some sort of knee issue. I've heard like a torn meniscus or something, or some sort of thing, and she. Kind of like Stephanie Vaquer after she lost, like she's taking a bunch of time off because she's got like multiple injuries.
Right.
I don't know if any of you guys watched Unreal, but she's got a lot of segments in one of the episodes, and she talks about how like, it was good for me to lose to Liv now because I've got to take some time off. I've been going hard for 10 years and my time in WWE, and so she's going to get some sort of recovery because she's been beat up. But I'm picking Liv. I don't know. What about you guys?
I like Liv. I mean, because that would be a nice little setup for her to have like this professional rivalry competition with her homegirl there, Raquel Rodriguez, as the Intercontinental Champion. And if they play their cards right, Raquel could probably get a clue and be like, you know what, I'm the Intercontinental Champion. You know that makes me number one contender for your belt. Blah blah blah. You know how it goes.
I get you, yeah. And like that's the thing about the Judgment Day that I always like is they like tease dissension and then have a little bit and then they make up. They're like one of those couples where they break up every other week and then they get back together. There's always you're just waiting for it. You're like, oh, you broke up again. I'm shocked. We all know that couple. George,
I think I picked Liv.
You did, yeah.
I'll stick with just because I remember. I stick with it because I know I don't know for a fact that Io's hurt, but I've heard enough things about her having knee issues.
Exactly.
So
and her side,
I think you're better off just letting her recover for a couple, even if she doesn't need surgery or nothing. Just let her rehab her knees because the style that girl works. Oof.
Right. And I can see it too, where they bring her back as like a surprise team member at War Games because she's got that War Games kind of thing where she jumps to the trash can. That's silly, but people love it. And it's like if you pay to go to War Games, I feel like that's you're paying to see that now. I feel like that would make a lot of sense. That would give her from the beginning of August till whenever in November that is. That kind of makes sense to me. Give her a couple months off to rest.
Yeah, I'll speculate.
I really think that they're going. Yeah, I think they're really going to pull out all the stops on this one. For some reason, like Bailey, Sasha Banks, NXT Takeover comes to mind. Like
Boston, yeah.
I think they want that kind of match.
I
like
get
just
you.
a hard hitting style.
And I think they wanted one. I think that's what the plan was at WrestleMania, but then Liv got that like knot on her head and then the black eyes. I think that's why they were like, yeah, we're just gonna have a short WrestleMania match. And I'm sure Stephanie was obviously hurt and stuff too. So I think you might be right where she's like, I'm in perfect shape now. That would be cool to see. That would be a good. And obviously when you're on this match with the title and you know Cody and Punk are being the main event, you're like, well, screw it. We're gonna steal the show, tear the house down, that kind of thing, which is what I would think they would. Yeah. All right, so we'll move along and get distance when he comes back because he's still muted. Next up, we've got the men's 6-man tag with the Bloodline, Jimmy and Jay Uso and Jacob Fatu.
I heard that, Georgia.
Sorry. What did he? I didn't. I heard he said I was. Yeah, I heard he was.
I do not give a shit about this match.
There you go.
But it gets everybody on the card. But I do only in the sense is that I really
sick of that too.
I really
understand it, Jake. I really do. I just don't. Yeah, I'm sick of hearing it.
I get you. I hear you.
Not you.
But I mean, it's a 2-night thing, so you know that's going to happen on the 2-night show. Yeah. Tony. The problem is Tony does it at every pay-per-view, and they go 5 hours long. WWE saves it because, like, you know, like was it Clash in Italy, that one, and then any other and the other big shows, they keep it to where it's the 5-6 matches, but you got to do it 2 nights. But I am interested in Jimmy and Jacob Fatu because he's my favorite wrestler right now. Royce Keys has been a lot of fun to watch, and we're all starting to really, you know, see Solo kind of come into his own. And Solo is still really young; he's in his 20s, and I always kind of saw this in him. People that. Because I saw a lot of people saying when Jacob showed up, it's like, Solo's done. He's going to be out. Solo's you saw that like thing where it was whatever his regular Fatu name is all elite. And it's like, no, he'll figure it out. Give him some time. He's a child. But yeah, I think I went with, let's see here. I went with the Bloodline. Right? Yeah, I went with the Bloodline. Yep.
I think I went the opposite.
No, we both went with the Bloodline. Yeah. Well, because I feel like there's really no reason for the babyfaces to win.
Oh, that's right. Because I called for dissension at the end of it.
Yeah, and it's like really we've all been kind of seeing like turn LA Knight heel. You know, it's you got to do something different with them. And honestly, like, what does it do for the babyfaces to win? It's more the Bloodline. And this looks like he's back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm actually going with the faces on this one, and my reasoning is because I think this is what's going to lead to Roman kind of like punishing the Usos. I think that I think Jacob's going to become his number one, his guy. He's going to be the right-hand man after this.
He already is, I feel like.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's still the Usos. They still outrank him or whatever. I get you. And I think that's going to be over. I think that the babyfaces win. I think it leads to Keys versus Jacob because I want to see that match so freaking bad right now. It's like the only match
that's
that,
happening soon. Yeah,
you know, it's got to happen, and they're firing it up. So I think we're going to get that soon after this. But yeah, I'm thinking that the faces lose because of Jimmy or Jay or whatever, and then Roman ends up punishing them.
I can see it.
We have a super chat here, so let me bring it
And
up.
then who you got for Liv versus Io too?
Oh, Io.
All right.
Anyway, $5 from Regina Sharp. Tony has done so many of these for such long times that it's bled over into my WWE watching, and I hate them here.
That's the
now
problem.
as well. Yeah,
That's the problem.
yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so Awful, did you give your take on this?
No, I did not. Just like George, I really don't give a shit. But I'll have to take a guess, and it's going to be Keys, Knight, and Solo for the win.
All right. Next up, we have Gunther versus Aldis. My kid.
Who the hell is that?
That's a really bad render.
What a
Nick.
terrible render.
That's a rough
Holy
render of
shit.
Aldis.
Wow, that's bad. That looks like
Gunther versus Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah, you know, AI upscaling is the worst because like you think it's just going to upscale it, but it actually like redoes them, you know, and it always looks terrible. But yeah, I mean, this is actually the match that Max is looking forward to the most. He's really sold on Aldis. I don't know. He just is. But it's gonna be a fine match. I'm assuming, and we really don't know. I guess Aldis could have a bunch of ring rust and, you know, end up hurting himself or something.
I'm sure they've worked it out pretty well in the performance center and stuff, though, I would think.
Yeah.
I think he's got to himself back into ring shape that way, but who knows?
But anybody have any thoughts on this, or should you go straight?
Bring in Mickey James.
I mean, the thing is, so here's like I said this on Sunday. The only thing that kind of is up in the air on it is like, okay, so with the two GMs, Adam Pearce has said multiple times he's done wrestling. That's why he's doing what he's doing and has been doing it. But there was an interview with Aldis on Chris Van Vliet a year and a half ago or whatever, where he said like he took this job because it was his foot in the door. Like GM is because he's like under 40. I think he's 39 or 40. Yeah. But so he really does. I don't know if he wants to wrestle like full time for very long. But I kind of see that he would maybe want to get like one more run like this through to Mania or something. But here's the thing. They haven't put his career on the line yet. It's not like it's a retirement match if he loses. So it doesn't really matter.
They actually did the opposite because they said that he's no longer the GM of SmackDown.
Right. And I could see him getting back into like, I think he might want to wrestle and be on the show for a bit. I don't know. But but all that said, I still pick Gunther.
Yeah. Beard has him as in Cody's faction. Which I could definitely see.
Yes, he could easily be one of the four.
You know what else I could see on that? We didn't mention is Cardona. If they turned him heel, I could see Cardona being in there too. I'm not saying I like it. I'm just saying I could see it.
Right. I keep saying that. People keep like, I don't want to see Ricky Saints. I'm like, I didn't say I wanted to see Ricky Saints in the position. I just feel like him and Cody are buds. So it's gonna happen. I didn't say it's what I want. There are people who make predictions of what I want.
Actually, you know what though? Cardona as a heel, I'd much rather see than
he needs to change. Right now.
Yeah. Regina Sharp for $5. Mastermind Gunther versus Aldis. Nick Aldis. Thank you.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
That kind of was his gimmick. That kind of was his gimmick there in TNA for a while too. Like after Desmond Wolfe went away, Aldis they had Brutus Magnus kind of take over that, you know, real sleek.
Well, because TNA was big in England too, right? So they wanted to pay some tribute. Yeah. I remember that.
Nick 007 Aldis.
Awful. Gunther or Aldis? Who's winning this?
Gunther's got to win.
Yeah.
But I would really like to see, because Gunther can also take a loss. He can also take the loss, and he won't lose his shine. But yeah, I'm going for Gunther on this one because I want to keep my record perfect.
Yeah, I'm going.
None of us have it perfect because of Tony's crazy ass booking. But
that's right. Yeah,
I'm going Gunther because I mean, unless they're gonna push all this to the moon, unless he's gonna be fighting, you know, Roman Reigns in 2 months, like
dude, you can do that. You can do it. You can give him the Daniel Bryan treatment.
Yeah, you know, if they want, but he doesn't have that. He's not over like that, you know.
We're gonna find out on Sunday or
Yeah, well,
Saturday,
hey,
whatever the hell.
Saturday. We're going with the Saturday matches
because
first.
you
Gotcha.
can't all that heat that they've stacked on Gunther. You can't give that to all. Like that has to go to somebody else. You can't give that to all this. So yeah, I'm going Gunther on this one. What did George say?
Gunther as well.
Yeah, Gunther.
Yeah, this is that everybody
with
has
the,
Gunther.
with the caveat of if like Jake said he wants to do something and they end this match in a DQ, that'd be the only out.
Maybe all this hits him with weapons or whatever, and that's how he joins Cody's group in the band. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, all this earns Gunther's respect, and Gunther decides
something weird can happen.
Something like that.
Yeah. But it's still Gunther winning makes the most sense.
Yep. Next up,
all
we
this gets
have
to win by just being there.
Okay, we'll skip over this one. No,
no, I mean it's there.
It's there.
Like Fatal Influence is good for them. Fatal Influence is really good. The old ladies whatever.
They have to win. If they lose this match, unless it's just like this seems like a make good for Nikki, which this is her second make good, by the way, because she got kicked off the first one because I can't remember what happened for Evolution, and then she couldn't wrestle at WrestleMania. So it's like she's finally getting her big match on a big pay-per-view. And I hate that it's at the expense of Fatal Influence. It's not for the titles. So, at least there's that.
And I'll give JC Jane is incredible at getting heat back. Like watch it. I think the Bellas and Paige will win, but then like whoever doesn't take the pin of Fatal Influence will get kicked. I think Paige will probably stay around. But the Bellas go back and do your podcast. Like we're the Bellas retirement. Nostalgia run is over.
Right. Enjoy your career on radio, WWE, and appearing
put the Garcias on that, please. Go there
and appearing at Royal Rumble every couple years. That's what you get to do from now on, and then everyone will be happy. But
when it's not in Saudi, so you can slutty it up.
Awful.
I really don't like the Bellas.
Yeah, I don't. Awfully,
they're from Scottsdale. It's a thing. People from Scottsdale are snooty. Like they're the snooty Scottsdale. Their parents are rich. And then their stepdad is what's his name? Laurinaitis now. So bleh.
I love that people like act like Bree's a great wrestler just because she's better than Nikki. Like
yeah.
Nikki's like Layla L level, and we're gonna pretend that like Bree is fantastic because she's better than Nikki. And she goes to yes all the time.
Yeah,
awful. Right. What do you think? Do you have any thoughts on this match, or do you just want to go to the?
First off,
Laurinaitis was their father-in-law. No, Laurinaitis was their father-in-law, but she divorced him because of the Vince stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
This is the first time I knew the broads' names. That's why I was turning my head this way, like Fallon Henley, Laney Reed, and JC Jane.
I think those three are going to. Don't be knocking my girls.
George is a big Fatal Influence. No, Mark. They're good though. They really are good. They're great.
All right, guys. Bad.
Okay,
you guys are.
I didn't say they were fucking bad. I still know who the fuck they are. That's all. But anyway, yeah. Those three hags are going to win. How about that? These three nameless hags are going to beat down Nikki, Bree, and Paige at SummerSlam. Now I'm doubling down on these three broads. Yeah. Poor number 1, 2, and 3.
Now
going over.
Good job, guy.
No, that's what I was going for. That's the best awful.
Who did I say? Yeah, I think it's going to be Nikki, Bree, and Paige because get them out of here. Let them win and go away.
Just the Bellas gotta they send them off on the horizon.
George,
George. Yeah, I picked my girls. You know that.
You picked Fatal Influence. All right. And Punk versus Cody, the biggin. The match. I'm really surprised. I would think this. To me, this seems like it has more heat behind it than Rollins Roman at this point. At least more people are talking about it. Mm-hmm. And the fact that they're putting it on night one seems like a clause in Roman's contract more than anything else.
Maybe.
But
or like Roman and Seth have it in their contracts. If we're having a match, it's the main event no matter what.
Yeah. So we talked this match to death a few weeks ago, so I don't think we need to go too in depth on it. Not much has changed. Now they're just kind of anything you can do, I can do better kind of stage right now. I'm still thinking if it doesn't happen here, it's going to happen soon after that Cody's turning heel. And because of that, see, I think I'm of the opinion that I think the turn's going to happen on the show, and it's going to be him win. That's how he wins. I think he wins by, like, I think it could be like Orton comes in and you think he's going to RKO Cody and he ends up RKO and Punk, and then he helps Cody win, or like, one of those finishes to get the big pop and get the crowd reaction and all that kind of stuff. I think they love their moments, and I think SummerSlam needs a moment. They don't really have any other, like, I mean, the Brock thing will be one, and Gable being one, but that big shocking moment, I think they need it, and I think this is where we're going to get it. And
I get you.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go Cody on this one, but a heel Cody coming out the other side. So who do you go with? Okay, we'll go Awful first this time. What do you think, Awful?
You nailed it right on the head. If it doesn't happen on Sunday, it better or Saturday, it better happen on Monday
or Saturday, or
but
Friday. Yeah.
Oh, still too long. But I say Cody goes over against Punk, and because it just needs to happen. It needs to happen.
Yeah, it's time. Jake, this is your time to pull ahead here. If you want to break the
well, no, I'm definitely, because I'm going the other way. I think it's going to happen sooner than later, but I think there's still some meat on the bone. I think Cody's going to lose, and then I think that's going to keep pushing. Here's the thing. I feel like we're going to find out either Friday or Saturday. If his hair, because you could see the bleach kind of coming out. I think if he rebleaches his hair, it's gonna that's gonna be the last time he does it, and he's gonna let it grow out and then have it as the black hair, and that's how it's heal. But if it's great, but if he shows up in the match with the blonde kind of leaving a bit, then he's gonna show up on Friday with dark hair and be the heel Cody, and that's fine. So it could happen, but I still think it's gonna take a little more time, just because I feel like what's gonna happen is because Cody, and he mentioned on Friday, we're like, this is the first opponent where the fans are singing his song louder than they're singing Cody's song, and he's gonna be mad. He's like, look, I gave you guys everything. Punk beat me and you guys still cheered, and I think Punk is gonna somehow cheat to win, maybe not accidentally, how Roman would do the kick out and hit somebody in the groin, something like that, or maybe even Punk just goes a little bit dirty because that's Punk, and it's
Punk, right?
Yeah, and I feel like something like that's gonna happen, and that's how Punk wins. And maybe it's because of Orton, maybe Orton hits maybe Orton hits Cody. I don't know, but I think it's more, and then Punk takes advantage, but I think it's more just Punk being a jerk. And he wins, and they cheer him to death, and they sing his song, and Cody's like, God damn it, I am done with this. And then he slow week out, and then he
just Dave Meltzered us. He gave us every possible scenario under the fucking sun.
I said yours could happen. And I think I gave you exactly my every under the sun. I said he's gonna. I said
it did all end with Punk winning. That's respectable. That's better than Dave Meltzer.
I said Punk's gonna win, and it's gonna and then the story's gonna play out. I said yours could happen. I didn't want to shit on your guys.
Oh.
You guys think I'm so competitive?
No, we're joking. We're joking. We're joking.
I don't know. I'm kidding. Don't compare me to Meltzer. There's things that you can call me a Jew all you want, man. Don't compare me to that guy.
Don't compare him to that. Don't compare him to that Jew.
That's not a Jew. Put him in my tribe.
Wait,
I'm in that bastard.
No, but they definitely dropped hints on Friday. That conversation with Priest, where Priest is like, nobody likes you anymore.
Yeah, and I just think it's gonna push a little.
Oh, for real?
It definitely could happen.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, he had
it's
a conversation.
That's why I want to watch the match.
He went up to Priest, and Priest was like, he goes, none of the boys are with you anymore. Like you lost all of us, Cody. It's always about you. Everything's about you. You've been on top forever, and now that Punk comes, and we think we might get a shot at a new guy, and who gets it? You. You think nobody back here is on your side anymore? Like he basically, and he kept saying the boys. He kept saying the boys. And I know Cody loves his cryptic shit, and we all know he's doing Homelander, and so
I'm telling you, we'll know by his hair either on Friday or Saturday. If it's not bleached on one of those things, it's like it's turning.
Yeah.
Cody needs to show up at SummerSlam with a mustache. So that's how you'll know.
So right now we got two for Cody, and we got one for Punk. And what are you saying, George? What did you say?
I said
Punk. So it's a tag team right now. It's all. This is awful versus all Jake takes on in a steel cage.
I'm not going to break it down like Jake Meltzer did. I'm going to take the George Alvarez.
He turned on you.
I stole that from Chad. I apologize.
Son of a bitch. I was ready. I just got turned on in the steel cage. I am Dusty Rhodes. Coach just broke my foot in the cage. I'm sitting there,
but if
fans climbing the steel cage right now.
But if what Priest said, remember how I said a couple weeks ago, probably last week, where I was just like, don't even telegraph it. Just make it like just a complete surprise. Damn, Priest might have just telegraphed it.
I think Priest telegraphed it as much as they have been telegraphing it for 6 months now. It's the same conversation that Randy Orton had with Cody Rhodes a few months ago. It's the same conversation Kevin Owens had with Drew McIntyre had it. Sammy had it. The only difference is that Priest is not currently feuding with Cody. So it was like someone from the outside having that conversation with him. So it meant a little bit more. But it was the exact same conversation that everyone's been having with Cody for a while now.
Yeah, as long as they don't do the thing where they pan in on Cody's face and 1 minute he's smiling and the next minute he turns his face and says,
"Just
no."
the John Cena."
Yeah,
if I see that, I'm gonna.
I don't want to see a hoodie guy either. I definitely don't want that. They've done a lot, but they stopped doing that. They caught on to the meme, luckily, and that hasn't happened in a while. But okay, so that is night 1. We're moving over to night 2, and we got Trick versus Baron Corbin. It'll be
Trick
a good
versus
match.
the truck driver. Gotcha.
Baron Corbin, he got in shape. Have you noticed that? Baron Corbin's in way better shape than he was when he left. It'll be fine.
He's still Baron Corbin
on the Indies.
Yeah, he's still Baron Corbin. He's exactly in the U.S. title picture. Is exactly where Baron Corbin belongs.
Way less money than he was making before.
It'll be fine. Trick will win. I can't imagine Baron Corbin winning this match. Right. I think it'd be ridiculous for Baron Corbin to win this match. I don't know. What do you think, Jake? What do you got?
Oh yeah, Trick's winning this match. I mean, Baron Corbin came back to make people look good. And he's getting. I'm sure that's in his contract. That's what he's being paid less money, but more than he was making on the Indies. He's got better, catering, and he's just happier being with the company.
I'm just happy to be here, guys.
Yep. I'll put it. Who you got me putting over this week?
I don't have to go. I don't have to wrestle an MLW anymore.
Yeah.
So thank you.
I don't have to wrestle like the pizza guy or whatever on the Indies. We're good, dude.
Awful. Could you imagine a world where Baron Corbin wins?
It might have been in his contract, I'll sign.
Oh yeah,
I've got to become a champion. Leverage. My first match in.
Yeah, so much. Yeah, because if anybody's got leverage, it's Baron fucking Corbin.
Yeah. He brings that to Nick Khan, and Nick Khan says, "Oh shit, yeah. I mean, he needs it. I guess we got to do it.
Got to do it."
He out negotiates Nick Khan. Oh, could you?
No, I'm really seeing Trick. I'm seeing Trick beat Corbin. But my whole thing is why has it got to be Corbin?
You know what? I thought about this.
Trick really doesn't gain anything beating Corbin.
He's a name.
I disagree. Let me explain. And I don't think it's Corbin. Sure. I don't think it's Corbin specifically. What I think Corbin is doing here, Corbin is a big guy that can go in there with Trick because all Trick's been doing is beating little guys. But there's no other big guys in that U.S. title picture. And if you bring anyone you bring in, you'll actually be bringing them down. It'll be a demotion because they have to go into the U.S. title picture, and then they got to get beat by Trick. You have a guy like Corbin. It shows that Trick isn't just a guy who can beat up the little guys. He can actually take on a real big man and look him face to face and pin him to the mat. He can do that. He can beat, and nobody gets hurt except Baron Corbin, who's just in a better place in general because he's on the show.
Right.
It'll give Trick more legitimacy because that's it. There is, there has been a thing where Trick is just fighting, Carmelo Hayes and, you get Matt Cardona, but he's not that big. You have
Ricky Saints, yeah.
Ricky Saints. These are the guys he's been feuding with. So you get a guy like Corbin. He's the right size. He has the right look. He looks. It makes Trick look that much better, and it'll be an easier transition to move him up into the main event if he's beating guys like Baron Corbin as opposed to just beating guys like Carmelo Hayes.
I don't know. I kind of see
And
Ethan
I'm
Page
the
in this
Meltzer. What
picture
the
as well.
fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Well, Ethan Page's on a
I saw
different
that
show.
too there, Jake.
Ethan Page is
just
on the other
kidding.
show. He's going to be Intercontinental Champion here before the end. He's going to be the one that beats Chad Gable.
I'm tired. I'm so tired of this different. Yeah, I know. That's how you do it. You no sell it. That's the key. But I'm so tired of this. Like, oh, he's on a different show. Bullshit. God, I just stop with that nonsense.
Because they pay the networks, or the networks pay them. Though.
I like it. I like the Black.
It's a network thing. Like everyone's like, oh, they need to go back to one champion. You can't do that with two networks.
It's easier. I like it because I think when when it was SmackDown and Raw, when they had the full same rosters, it was just very repetitive. Like it seemed like the same people were fighting the same people on every show because you really only use like the top 10, 15 guys over and over again. And it gets boring. And if you need to have that many shows, I'm glad that the rosters are split up in my opinion. I wish they'd split it more. I wish it would be like set, like they don't even do pay-per-views together, but that's not a world that we can live in. So we're all going Trick. George, do you go Trick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All
I'll let you
right.
guys do all the talking. I'll just sit back and relax. Take the easy pick.
Well, the first one, you seemed like you didn't want to. You seemed like, I already did this. So I'm like, okay.
No, you guys, it's your show. I'm just here as a filler, so I just kind of pop in when you ask.
We got, okay. This one, I'm actually kind of happy about this because this is the only way I'd be interested in seeing Jade versus Charlotte. There's no other way that I would be interested in watching that match unless you put three other people, unless you put Chelsea Green in it and made it a ladder match. We don't know who the fifth person is, although I'm pretty sure it's going to be Nia.
No,
right?
it's either Julia or Lash Legend. That's
the story was that why? Okay, to give it to Lash. Okay. At least they're connected. So I was going to say the story should be Nia. Yeah, I'm going. I think they'll give it to Chelsea. I think they might give it to Chelsea. But George, I want to hear what you have to think about this.
So you're picking Chelsea?
I'm picking Chelsea.
I don't think I really cared about this when we first reviewed it.
No, and the thing was we didn't actually make a pick on this one because they didn't have the fifth.
Oh, that's right. We didn't know who the third.
But we didn't know it was the match for. Like once I found out the match was Julia or Lash Legend, I'm like, that's an easy pick for me. So.
Yeah, it's not going to be either of them. I think.
Right.
No.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, so they don't matter. Perfect.
Right.
Cool.
This is for the title.
Yeah,
it's for the interim title.
Oh, that's right. The stupid.
And the thing is, it's from what I understand, it's like Rhea Ripley's injury. It's either in the next couple of weeks, it's either she's going to come back or she's going to need surgery.
Yeah, I said this is one of those injuries. I wrote it. I tweeted about it or posted whatever the fuck it is. I've had that injury before. It could either be a 2-hour, 2-day, or 2-year thing. It's you have no idea how it works. I've had it a couple times and it's been different both times. But
yeah, I think whoever wins this,
I'm going with Jade on this.
Jade. I wish they would have just taken the title off her. I mean, that would have made much more sense.
Yeah, and they kind of
they
kind of backed into this one. That's
I think the problem when you do that is that then people are going like, well, then why does Roman have a title? You know what I mean?
Right.
The title off. Awful. Are you going Jade with George there, or what do you think?
Is Bailey wrestling at all at SummerSlam? Does she herself?
No.
God, I'm thinking of two people because I'm really trying to think outside the box. I'm thinking of
well, they've already announced who the match is.
Julia or Lash? We already said that.
Yeah, they've announced the match as the qualifier for this. They can't just have like
Julia
a
or Lash Legend.
Who's the nameless face up there?
It's either going to be Julia or Lash Legend.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry. All right, then it's gonna be fuck. God, they have so many different options that they can go to. I was thinking like AJ Lee.
No, because they announced the tournament for this at the beginning where they're like, these people are going to face off at the spot.
Damn it. So I'm in that case, I'm looking at Jade, and Chelsea Green looks horrible in her render. By the way, I was like, who's this mixed chick?
Like Chelsea Green. The reason I said Chelsea is because I think that it's
a good outside the box pick.
Well, especially if you have Rhea coming back so soon. It's a nice little thing to like. The fans are really getting behind Chelsea. She's getting really big pops now, and it would cause dissension between her and Tippy if Chelsea had a short reign, and it'd be nice to give it to her. And it's I see it being. But Jake, what are you saying?
I'm gonna go with Jade. I like your idea, the way you're calling it with it, but I think it's gonna be Jade because then you either have she and Rhea can have a match when she comes back healthy, or if she doesn't, then you have a perfect feud with her and Charlotte to have for the feud for the title. So I think it kind of works either way. And I think Jade's gonna, if Rhea does come back, Jade's gonna beat her, and then if it's Jade just keeps it and it's Jade versus Charlotte, Jade's gonna beat Charlotte. Jade's gonna get the big push out of this.
All right, we're gonna go rapid fire through a couple of these because
cool.
We're going long here. So we got Danhausen versus Dom in a human money's on a pole match.
Yeah, they added that to it.
Yeah, that was funny when Danhausen goes, "Haven't you ever watched wrestling?"
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be some sports star that comes in and helps Danhausen get the thing off, and then Dom will just be standing there going, because he didn't.
Yeah, once they made it that, it's like easily for Danhausen to win, and Dom doesn't lose anything because like he'll probably be being held down by the mini Hausens. It'll be like 100.
Right, it'll be something stupid. So who cares?
Yeah.
But I'll go Danhausen, I guess. Awful. What do you think? Who's going to win? We're going quick. We're not doing opinions. Let's go. Let's hurry.
He's here.
He's gone. Okay, good.
He's muted.
He's muted. Okay, Jake, what do you got?
No, I said Dom.
Oh, you were muted. Sorry, you were muted. Okay, he goes Dom. Okay, Jake, what you got?
Danhausen.
George, what you got?
Dom.
Okay, Finn versus Sammy. Finn. Good match. This will be a good match.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't remember any match between them, but I didn't watch wrestling for like 3 years. So yeah, I think Finn takes this one. George, what do you think?
I agree.
All right, Jake.
Sammy,
okay. Awful.
Samuel
Zane.
I thought he said sad mule. I'm kidding.
Penta versus Gable. Another good match. They kind of add some fire to this. Penta did one of his better promos since he came in about this match. Where he's like, yeah, sure, it's great. You said you're sorry. I don't care. I'm still gonna beat you.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that was good.
You're still a piece of shit. You know, it's like I forgive me for this stuff, but I still don't like it.
Right. It was almost like it was like a mafia. I forgive you, but I don't forget.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think this is Chad. I think it's in Minnesota. It just seems
right.
They did the thing last night where they showed him his daughter crying and the whole I swear to God I'll win the title and stuff like that. So I think it's got to be Chad Gable. Jake, what do you got?
Oh yeah, I 100% agree.
Yeah, awful.
Penta.
Really? You're just contrarian.
No, I'm not being contrarian. But what you just said about the daughter, it's just like, yeah, shove it in her face. Put a pie in her face.
But they've already done that. That's the thing. You can't do that to a kid twice. Like they're traumatized the little girl.
Well, she's like 12 now. She needs to grow up.
This whole thing's a work.
I don't know, man. I'm not the one who's ever had kids, though. I'll leave it to the parents.
Yeah. George.
I said Penta as well.
Yes.
Penta. Wow. Okay. I was surprised. That's shocking.
Yeah, I am too. I'm like, this is like the one. This is the layup for me.
But I did have reason for that because they have the AAA show coming up, their big AAA show coming up next month or 2 months.
Also,
so I figured
you know what, too?
Or a DQ in that match. I'm sorry.
That AAA show too. That's not just like I think WWE's pay-per-view in September is that. I looked at the schedule
because Money in the Bank's the beginning of October.
Right. So I think they're using that as their like in between SummerSlam and Money in the Bank show. I think
there might be another Saturday Night's Main Event.
It is a World's Collide.
Yeah.
It's a World's Collide, and it's not listed as NXT. It's listed as WWE AAA World's Collide. So, see, to me, this is the layup. There's no way Rollins is winning this match. 0% chance.
See, I picked Seth because I think Roman has to go away and do a movie. I guess maybe could be wrong.
I didn't hear anything about that. But hey, maybe I guess
Who knows? I'm picking Seth.
Okay, that's fun. Awful. What do you got?
Roman in 5.
Jake.
Roman.
All right. I gotcha.
Keeping it quick.
So, thank you guys for we have all of our predictions, and thank you to the chat for hanging out with us tonight. We will review these first thing on the show next week. Let's get one more round in here of this where we look at these guys. So the next one is announcers. You get your choice. I'll let I'll go first this time. So for my announce team, and now by the way, the rules are the same as the one before. You can use any of these. You can use them as ring announcers, backstage announcers, or commentators, whatever you want. So for me, I think I'm going to have to spin high. I think I'm going to spin a lot up top. I'm getting both JR and Bobby Heenan. So that's 6. I'm going to throw Mean Gene in there. It brings me up to 8. And then I think now you know what? I'll throw Jesse in there too. That's 10. So that's who I'd be going for. Awful. What you got on this one?
This is easy. I'm using Joey Styles because he next to Gordon Soley, he's awesome.
Yes.
So I'm saying Joey Styles. I'm using Gordon Soley, and I need a heel, and that's Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Okay.
$10. No, that's $7.
No, that's but you can still get your backstage in if you want there. Mean Gene
Backstage, Michael Cole.
Michael Cole, okay. Michael Cole underrated.
Michael
when he was doing that stuff, by the way.
And stuff. That's pretty good.
Jake, what you got?
All right. So Mean Gene
Fuck
is
you,
like
swing base.
Mean Gene is my announcer who
Strike one. I'm joking.
Mean Gene's my announcer who does the interviews with the wrestlers. Like that's for sure. He's best at that than anybody. Shivani had that for a bit in that WCW, but no. And then I'm gonna go with so either way, I'm gonna be pick like one of you guys. I think I'm gonna go Gordon Soley and Bobby Heenan as my main announce team, and then so what's that? 2. And then I'm gonna go with Ventura as like my special guest announcer when needed. You pull him out for big shows and stuff.
Okay,
that's 10.
That's cool. I like that.
Right,
and George, what are you doing?
Gordon Soley, Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, and Mean Gene in the back.
There you go.
Okay. Sounds good to me. You know what? Let's go one more here, and then we'll close out with the last round after our next segment. But we'll go with the men. So I upped our options because there are lots of men wrestlers. So I went up to 4 each. You got Flair, you got Cena, you got Taker, you got Brock in the top. Second row, you got Brett, Sting, Roddy Piper, and Big Show. And on the bottom, I can't see because it is the string guards covered up. Okay, you got Trick Williams, Claudio, Mr. Perfect, and Raven. Awful. You go first this time. You got $10. You can pick any combination and as many as you can get into that 10.
Christ. I'm looking at Brett, of course. I'm looking at Trick because he fills a quota. I'm looking at Brock, and I'm also looking at God damn, what a terrible bunch of choices here. So who did I say? Brett, Trick, Brock, and I need a big guy. Big Show.
Okay. Brett, Trick, Brock, and Big Show. That's not your full division. I'm saying this is starting it off.
Right.
Gotcha. Jake, what you got?
All right. So Undertaker's my favorite of all time. So I got to go Undertaker. Roddy's up there too. So and then I'm going to go Trick and Mr. Perfect. And then I'm going to go John Cena. I was between Cena and Flair. That gives me 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
George, I'll let you go next.
All right. Brock, Brett, Sting, Kurt, Trick.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
I like it.
Right, Mr. Perfect. Good stuff.
I'm going to go Perfect, Claudio, and Raven on the bottom. I'm going to take all of them.
All right.
Okay.
And I know people thought I was going to do Trick, but I have my reasons. So I'm going to go Perfect, Claudio, and Raven. So you got 3.
You're racist.
That's 3.
I was going to say, show's got to be all white, brother.
Yeah, but Claudio's close enough.
To
what?
As a foreigner.
Oh.
America First Wrestling. I'm kidding.
And then I'm going to go with Piper.
Nice.
And I'm going to go with Brett. Okay. So that brings me 4, 5, 6, 7. That leaves me 1 on the top, and I got to go Brock Lesnar. You have your attraction. I think that I didn't go Trick because I didn't. see him really. I don't know. I thought too hard about this. I was thinking about like matches I could have. Like I'd love to see Ray or Mr. Perfect was Claudio. That's a match. And I'd love to see Raven and Piper go back and forth. So I was going on that, and that's who I ended up with. And yeah, so that will take us. We have one round left. That is the women. We will close out the show with that. But before
women
that,
main eventing. All right.
Yeah, the women are. That's right. We're progressive here. We don't. We're not like those other companies that keep the women down. The women main evented. This
Suck
is
it,
awful.
nice beards.
Yeah, exactly. The women main evented on This Is Awful. Now they're main eventing here. They get it all. So I've been doing this for. I had this set up last week, and I want to get into it this week. There was some conversation that I saw a few weeks ago about if we believe that, like, someone said something about how they're going to blow it with Oba because of all of the other next big thing types that they've blown it with, right? Like throughout the history, they've had one in WWE really that worked, and there's really only been two in wrestling in general that worked to long term, and those would be, you could say, Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. Other than that, the guys that get pushed immediately right away out of the gate, and or they try to push to the moon, tend to kind of fall by the wayside. And I just brought some examples to show, you had the Ultimate Warrior back in 1988, where they brought him in, and he got to beat the Honky Tonk Man. They put him over Hogan. They had him retire Macho Man, and then there was lots of rumors about what happened. I read one recently that someone said that they were going to, he turned down a heel turn, that at SummerSlam 92, he was supposed to turn on Macho Man and team up with Ric Flair. And I think that just sounds like bullshit, but he was a crazy person in actuality. He's one of the only people at WWE ever actually released an entire DVD about how terrible they are. Which, by the way, you can
then did a mea culpa later.
Yeah. This is the UMD version. They released it on PSP. You could have gotten the Self-Destruction of Ultimate Warrior on PSP. And then, he had that run in WCW where he just dropped. So he obviously too much, too fast, and was not ready for the spotlight. Then they tried to do it with Luger after Hogan left. They brought him in. He was the narcissist for a little bit, but eventually he came on they put him on the USS Intrepid. They got on
July 4th.
Yeah, on July 4th. Okay. On the USS Intrepid, they set up an event where everyone tried to body slam Yokozuna. This whole thing was built to get Lex Luger over. They then had Lex Luger travel across the country in a bus and meet people in bowling alleys and shopping malls and all of that.
Meet the
that
dregs of
motherfucker
America.
Every minute.
Every last second of it. The Lex Express. Oh.
And then they had him go over Yokozuna by count out at SummerSlam, and then they
act like he won the title.
Yeah, they acted like he won the title, that he saved America, and the rumor has so they ended up testing the waters with him and Brett by having them both win the Rumble, seeing who people wanted more, and kind of Brett won out. There's rumors that Lex Luger was going to win the title because he told somebody in a bar that he was going to win the title, and it's he's not winning if he told him. But I don't know how true that is.
I more believe the story of the Vince thing of it. At the time, Vince was like, no, we'll drag it out till Mania and it'll be great. And then throughout the fall, Luger fell out a bit, and then Brett got hot because Vince should have pulled the trigger at SummerSlam. That killed anything that Lex could do in the WWE forever.
So we had that. We had and then you can see what happened to Lex after. Lex is one of the people that had a pretty decent run after this. He went to WCW. He ended up being the first person to beat Hulk Hogan after he joined the NWO, and then he, did a lot of pills, and now he's great. But he, I wouldn't call him a success story, but he had a run there.
It's a good redemption story. That picture where he's holding the title upside down always hurts. It's
yeah, that's a little bad, but
that's a little rough.
But Lex, another example of it not working out. And then, of course, can anybody name this man?
Nathan Jones.
Nathan Jones. Yeah, what did they call him?
The Colossus of Bago Road.
Bago Road. Yeah, the Abo. Yeah, the Colossus of Bago Road.
He was they immediately pushed him. He actually, before he came to WWE, he had a run. There was an Australian company called World Wrestling All Stars, and he was doing the work over there. And he did something with The Rock, I believe. He was in Scorpion King or something. And WWE was really high on him. They put him with The Undertaker. You know, he was supposed to be in a tag match with The Undertaker. Unfortunately, we all know what happened. He was not good enough.
At WrestleMania,
at WrestleMania, yeah, they were fighting A-Train and Big Show.
Yep.
And Undertaker ended up fighting that one solo because he wasn't quite ready. But you know what? They didn't stop after that. They kept trying, right? Like they put him with he was a Paul Heyman guy at one point.
I genuinely forgot about that. Like in my head, he doesn't make it at Mania, and then he went away forever. Like that's the last.
They tried. Right. They kept going. They put him with like Matt Morgan at one point, and who Matt Morgan Vince thought he looked so perfect that he had to give him a stutter. Because I don't know. But Regina Sharp for $5. I honestly feel most of the actual Luger hate came after Elizabeth. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, Nate, you could just see it though. Nathan Jones, especially that picture on the left, like he just looks like a Vince guy. Like Vince just looks at him and he's like, "Yup, that's my biggest star." He's bald like Steve Austin, but he's 6'5" or whatever, and then he never could do anything but kicks.
Yeah, but he actually when he realized his momentum was dying, he quit. This wasn't a matter of like WWE saying, we don't have anything for you. He said, I'd rather just be an actor, and he's done it. He's been in, what was that? He was in Mad Max Fury Road. He was in Mortal Kombat. He was in Flying Jot, our favorite Bollywood superhero, Flying Jot. But he's had a very successful career in acting, as working as like big muscular background guys. He's doing a good job for himself, but yes, he was another failure in terms of being the next big thing. Then we got to 2004. So they got wind that Mr. Brock Lesnar was not going to be sticking around much longer. He wanted to go try his hat in the NFL. So they said, well, we got our next big thing, and his name is John Hyden, right? And they pushed him to the moon there for a while. They had vignettes. They had packages for him. They had backstage interview segments. He was beating he destroyed every jobber. Like they brought in jobbers from the outside, but he never really had like a big match. Let's look forward here, because he also became a road warrior at one point.
Yep.
He was Stone Cold Steve Austin gave him the nod of approval there. And once again, he was a Paul Heyman guy. Supposed to be the next. He was basically the replacement for Brock Lesnar. But unfortunately, it didn't click. No one cared. He wasn't good. People were insulted by the fact that they made him a road warrior. And then now he raped Michael Cole at one point.
Yep. That's the one.
There was a weird thing with a little girl in one of the vignettes. Oh, I didn't even mention little Johnny, his imaginary friend that no one could see, except one time, I believe Trish Stratus saw it, and then her eyes got really big, and it was implied that it was his penis, and that he was always talking to his penis.
That's a Vince storyline.
Yeah, he had a quick run on the indies, didn't do much, and now he's working at Walmart. But he looks happy, right? Look at him. He seems like a good guy. He seems fine. He's a greeter at Walmart, and
those aren't greeter gloves, my friend. That's a loader.
I'm just thinking, can you imagine getting greeted by him going into Walmart? Welcome to Walmart.
He did one of the big interviews recently.
Chris Van Vliet. Yeah, I haven't watched it, but he did it.
Yeah. So good for him. Seems healthy, I guess.
Sure.
So the next year they decided, well, let's keep trying, and they brought in Mordecai.
No.
Anybody remember Mordecai? Mordecai was supposed to be the opposite of the Undertaker. He was a supernatural heel. He was supposed to be from heaven, whereas Undertaker was supposed to be from hell. They had him beat. Now that he had some big wins, they had him beat Rey Mysterio. They had him beat Jeff Hardy. They had him beat Bob Holly. They made him
Big stars out there.
I mean, at the time, I mean, Bob Holly was. This was during his
Mysterio and
push.
Jeff are champions.
So that was, and they gave him a big giant sword with a cross on it. They made this thing for him.
He had like white druids at one point too. Like it was a complete copy of the Undertaker, but in like a negative. Vince just loved the imagery of it, but this guy was terrible.
And Undertaker said, "I'm not doing that." He was built to be the Undertaker foil.
They had a match, but Undertaker was like, "Yeah, no." After that, I think.
They were supposed to have a WrestleMania match.
Right. There was just like an Armageddon or something.
Right. So that did not happen, but he did get repackaged. He had the hottest ballet in the history of professional wrestling at one point with our Ariel in ECW. Shelly Martinez, I believe, is her real name. They made her a vampire. They made him a vampire. He was part of a suck club, I believe they were called, a bite club, suck club, one of them. But that was the whole thing, is that they would go to nightclubs and bite each other and drink blood and that kind of thing. It was a big Paul Heyman idea.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, George has to go. Let's bid George adieu. Thank you very much, George, for hanging out with us. You still here?
Yes, I am. Thank you for having me.
Right.
4:30 comes early, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, all good, buddy. Thank you.
We get you. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. We will talk to you. You can catch George on Thursday.
I'm sure Jake will give the plugs later.
Absolutely. We'll see you Thursday.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thanks, George.
Peace.
All right. So he had that stint with Shelly Martinez. He eventually went to TNA, kind of tried to do the same thing, and now he sells houses and gets naked. I don't know. That every time I looked him up, that last picture is the first one that came up. So if you want a house, there's his number. You can give him a call. He's selling real estate now. Later, we had Vladimir Kozlov. Now people forget that Kozlov really got that push, but let's look at. I mean, it's no joke. Like, he had a feud with Triple H. He had a feud with John Cena. He had a feud with The Undertaker. He was being put into triple threats with John Cena and CM Punk. I'm sorry. No, that's the next one. But he was being put into feuds with John Cena and CM Punk separately. Sorry. And he was being pushed like he was basically think Gunther under Vince McMahon, right? Like, that's kind of the level it was. And they tried it again, but what ended up happening was it didn't really get over, and he became a comedy act where he would dance with Santino. But he is ripped now. TNA brought him in for a couple shots as kind of like a jokey thing where he was Santino's bodyguard or something. And now he sells tequila or something. I'm not even sure
and he's an action star, yeah.
Yeah,
and he looks awesome in that third picture. Bring
awesome.
That guy into, like, I'm like, okay, I'm digging it. I'm interested.
It's like he left WWE and suddenly became the coolest man on earth. I don't know what happened.
Well, from what I've heard about him, it was like wrestling was more of a means to an end for him. It was like because he could do it because of his size, but he never really had the love and passion for it. That's why it never panned out. Because he's better just working out, looking good, and being in movies and doing whatever. Good for him, man.
He was a legit wrestler too.
Like,
I'm not a wrestler. He was a sambo fighter.
It was some sort of fighting. Yeah, it was like jujitsu or some sort of thing.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
So he was a legit athlete.
Russian Hugh Jackman.
Good line.
So he's done well with himself, but he did not become the next big thing. You also got Ryback. Remember Ryback, guys? Ryback.
I remember Ryback. He was a serious threat. I mean, I hear you laughing, but it's just he did well.
We know the end of Ryback is why I'm laughing. But I mean, he ended up beating Kevin Owens for the IC title. He had a 3-way feud with him and John Cena. He was a Paul Heyman guy. He was a monster for a while, and people really kind of thought he was more in the next Goldberg lane, but people really thought that he was going to be the next Goldberg. Except he kind of went nuts, and now he is the guy who eats potato chips on the internet. He is a meme. Although he went to therapy or something.
That's good.
And
Good
now
for
he's
him.
like, now he's happy and he's doing.
Yeah,
I'm
seriously.
glad he's figured that out.
Yeah, like
because
no shade. That's
Yeah.
Mental health is real.
there was a while
He was
there where
nuts.
he was doing mukbangs and
Yeah, he almost went like full Val Venus. It was
Yeah.
like,
yeah. So
crazy.
it's nice. It's nice to know that he got himself figured out. And then I guess really the most recent one and the most fun is Lars Sullivan.
no, God, oh no.
So,
Are you really going to put him in that category? I mean, he was like
They pushed
jobber
he was.
extraordinaire.
he was.
No, the
Vince
initial push that they were
loved-
going to bring him out.
Yes,
Yeah.
Vince loved him. And they tried it twice. They built him up for weeks. He couldn't show up on his debut because he had an anxiety attack backstage.
Yeah,
But they were doing the vignettes and calling. They did everything but use the words "the next big thing." Like he was being built for weeks.
yup.
But he had the anxiety attack right before. But I mean, they had him take out Kurt Angle during his little return there. He beat Rey Mysterio again because all these guys beat Rey Mysterio. But he had a run, and he beat Jeff Hardy too. Yeah, Jeff Hardy's the other one. So he had a little run, but they were planning on him being Vince at least. Especially, I think I heard it from Bruce, where Bruce was saying like Vince was in love with Lars Sullivan.
That's what I've heard. Yep.
So he was planning. They were planning on doing it, but unfortunately.
Probably glad they didn't.
This computer is fucked up.
Yeah, I don't want
Fucked
to
up.
see this algorithm anymore.
Jesus Christ.
He had some fun. I got all this off Twitter. He had some fun over on
ass.
Twitter where he talked about BLM with Big E. He then said that he was happy that Big E got his neck broken. And then it was found out later that he actually did a bunch of gay porn. So that's what we know about Lars Sullivan. But all of these guys have one thing in common, and that is that none of them reached their potential or what they hoped their potential would be. So my question is I'll start with the easy one. Is Oba different? Now, obviously, we can't foresee the future. We don't know if he's going to, he could break his neck or get in a car accident, God forbid. But we're talking about if as long as he stays healthy, do we think that he is different? And I'll start with Awful on that.
You push him against the last big thing, which is Brock Lesnar, and you protect him. See, you presented these guys, and I'm like, I remember watching wrestling back then. I don't remember anybody having the aura that was organic.
No, I agree. I'm saying these are guys that they attempted it with, but they didn't have that one thing that Brock Lesnar had.
Right, they were putting
Goldberg
square peg
had.
in a round hole.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
They tried.
And some of them they tried real hard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they trained this one. They got this. They're ready for Oba Femi. People are ready for somebody like him to come along. And whether Oba Femi was black, white, or candy striped, he was going to have, he is the next big thing. There was another guy who I had in mind of like who could have taken the Brock Lesnar spot. And the name escapes me, but yeah, Oba Femi is ready. And as long as they protect.
Go ahead.
Say again?
I said there were a couple that I left out.
Yeah,
Jake was
I
right.
thought of too. No, I was saying there's a few
about.
I was thinking too. Yeah, there was the other one I was thinking too was it Mason Ryan?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
that was the one I was thinking you were gonna put out there.
There were a few that I left out. Mason Ryan, it was just like a weird fizzle. There wasn't much of a story there.
Right, and he just also wasn't into it too, and now he does
Right.
Cirque du Soleil in Vegas and makes.
I kind of looked at him more like Batista than like the next big thing type thing.
He was a Welsh Batista. That's exactly
yeah,
what he was.
exactly.
He was Batista from Wales. That's exactly how they put it.
I will say in the chat they mentioned Ahmed Johnson, and that is I will say I did kind of mess up on that one. I forgot.
Well,
about
Ahmed was before Brock though.
Yeah, but so was Ultimate Warrior and like
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And then I also left out Parker Bordeaux because I couldn't even find enough pictures of Parker Bordeaux. I don't think they were ever serious about Parker.
Yeah,
Bordeaux.
they never put him on. They signed him. They tried him in NXT. It didn't work out. They let him go. That's what they do now. They give you, if they're unsure about you, put you on TV in NXT pretty quickly, sink or swim, see what happens.
Yeah, and
Omos was supposed to be one. If you think about it,
Okay, go ahead.
Brock and Omos had a match at WrestleMania 39.
Yeah, that's
certainly
true.
did.
They tried the same thing. The only reason I fully remember this is because I was at the Raw before WrestleMania 39. I was at the Go Home Raw, and it was a big segment with Brock and Omos. They were doing the same kind of thing. They were trying to do a weigh-in, and they had Omos attack Brock and push him over the rope, and then pick up the big giant like medical scale and throw it at Brock. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But you knew Omos was nothing. Like he didn't have the it that Oba does.
And that match killed him.
Yeah,
because Brock, you could tell. Brock did not want to work with, once he got in there, it was like watching you know how you can tell when Undertaker doesn't like working with a guy?
Yeah.
You can tell when Brock doesn't like working with a guy. Brock did not like working with Omos. So I think that's probably what did Omos in. Honestly.
Yeah. I'll make a point too, is like with Omos and all the other guys, you said they all had one thing in common that it didn't work out. They all had two things in common. It didn't work out and they were under Vince.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I mean? Like Omos was the last one Vince tried, and then he left after WrestleMania 30. You know what I mean? Like that whole kind of thing. Like you needed him to, that's where I think Oba was. And not only is I think Oba's a different character completely just because of his aura, like you said, not mean character on TV. I just mean like his character, like him. And having Triple H, and then even still like learning in NXT from Shawn Michaels, and then going to the main roster with Triple H, and they're using him right. That's also a big part of it.
The only way that Oba doesn't work out. The only way Oba ends up on this list is because of something through it wouldn't be Oba's fault.
Right.
Like I can't imagine Oba Femi becoming a troublemaker or he has everything he needs to do this. Now it's WWE's turn. Now they have to do the work because Oba's only going to get better from this point forward. He's already he's already so good that I just, like I said, I can't imagine him messing it up. If it gets messed up, it's going to be bad booking or something that he can't help, like an injury or a car accident.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Either something bad's going to happen to him physically or bad booking, but I feel like they're smart enough because maybe not everybody in the IWC and some of us don't like all of the storylines, but like for the people that pay to go to the shows and like the people that love WWE, like but at least with the main event stuff, they like what's going on, and Oba's in that scene. So I don't think they're gonna book him shittily. Is my point.
And like I said on Twitter, that motherfucker is old school. Like he almost killed that cop, saved the man's life. And then he was just like, oh, I got to give this bitch a receipt right now. He gave him a 40-yard punt right to the back. That was – I still watch that clip, and I'm like, I can't stop laughing.
I was watching it with Max, and so the guy goes in. I don't know if anybody hasn't seen it. The guy goes in, and he starts going up for a power bomb, but it seems like his follow-through is going to be for a Hurricane Rana. It seems the only thing that I can think is that he didn't know how to take a power bomb, but he knew how to do a Hurricane Rana. So he's like, I'll just do the Hurricane Rana thing. And it's the same. Like he's just in his head. He's like, it's the same thing. I just have to fall differently. And he almost landed on his head. And Oba, despite the fact that this guy just messed up what is one of the biggest moments in Oba Femi's career, Oba protected him. He picked him back up. He got him back up for the powerbomb, and he put him down like a feather, man.
Let me do it, bitch. Yeah,
he showed him. He did it right. He didn't drop him on his head. He laid him down, did exactly what he was supposed to do. And
Flat
the guy's like,
bump.
Right. And the guy, the guy was rolling out of the ring. He's like, oh, man, I really fucked that up. And then right when he did, Oba just kicked him as hard as he could in the ribs.
As hard as he could.
With his boss standing right next to him.
And Triple H looked like, hey.
Yep.
I mean, hey. What do you want, man? I mean,
it's not ballet, brother.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, maybe the guy thought he was going to Hurricane Rana Oba. He was like, this is my moment in front of Triple H. I'm going to get over and get a job, man, because he's an indie worker. But you're right. He's never actually taken a power bomb, but he's done 300 Hurricane Ranas.
Right, because that's what indie wrestlers do now. They learn how to do a Hurricane Rana before they know how to take a back bump. Every single one of them do that. So I guarantee
The first cop as well, he took that choke slam like a professional, sold it like he died.
Champ, like a champ. Signed that man. I noticed that too.
Make him Oba's
Never
manager.
getting extra work again.
Right, you're not kidding.
But
Yeah,
that
right.
I
You're
think
gone.
But you know what? That does tell you a lot about Oba Femi, is that he already at this age has a command of that ring. He understands his craft.
Yeah.
He can control what goes on in there. He saved, like you said, he saved that man's life. And we're talking a rookie, a man who never stepped foot in a ring 3 years ago, is now in so much control that he can do that. There's the other guy's problems weren't booking. I mean, they were, but that's not the main. The main thing is that none of these guys were supposed to be that guy. Brock Lesnar was that guy because Brock Lesnar was that guy. Goldberg was that guy because Goldberg was that guy. You put Brock Lesnar or Goldberg in any arena in the world doing anything, and everyone's going to look at them. But that doesn't happen with John Heidenreich. That doesn't happen with Ryback. And you can't necessarily put your finger on what it is, but they don't draw that kind of awe when you see them. They don't demand respect the way these guys do. Oba does. And I wouldn't even necessarily say that like, I think Vince's biggest issue was that he wanted it to happen too much. He kept trying to force it to happen, when in reality, the only reason that Brock worked, and yes, they did kind of force it, but it's because anyone who looks at Brock Lesnar knows that's going to work, right? You can't, it's obvious. Even Parker Bordeaux, who is basically a Brock Lesnar lookalike, I looked at him and I said, he's not Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he doesn't.
You know what I mean?
Like, he doesn't say more.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah,
they almost killed Roman Reigns. By the way, almost killed him dead.
Oh,
you know,
with the booking?
Oh yeah,
with Vince. Yeah,
with the booking. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I look back and I'm like, oh my god, that's terrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, and with how over he is now, it just shows you how out of touch Vince had gotten in this older age. Like,
although I did say last night, and I changed my mind at the end because I figured out what he was doing. But like at the beginning of Roman's promo last night, I'm like, oh yeah, Roman's really not that good of a promo guy. You know, like he's good at like getting the crowd excited, and he's good when he has his wise man there, and he's good at insulting people, but he's really not a promo guy. He never really has been. But then I realized after Seth started talking that they did that on purpose. Like Roman was giving Seth the floor basically last night. So I understood that by the end of the segment. But Oba can cut a promo. You know, I mean, Brock Lesnar can't even cut a promo.
Yeah.
And Oba can cut a promo and just sound natural and smooth and real. Yes.
Yeah, go.
I've been told by several Africans that his African accent is not up to snuff. So
it's not. Is it real?
He's real though. It's real. Everybody keeps saying they've seen these videos of him talking with an American accent. Like he's faking that one. He's born and raised in Lagos, Nigeria, in a village. Like they've shown footage of him as a kid in Nigeria, and then he came over.
His mom lied about his age. That was there's a whole thing about that.
When she Obama'd him.
Yeah, she lied about his age. So when they signed him, they thought he was like a year younger than he was, or something like that.
Yeah, he's good, and when he went to college and got good and like made sure he was able to speak properly. Here's the thing too about it with guys like Oba, guys like Trick, and people like Tiffany Stratton and Kalani Jordan, where they're like either from the NIL program or they came right out of college sports. There's something to somebody who's been coached from college sports for 4 years and whatever they were in high school and stuff, and they get to the PC and they're just ready to take the coaching. And that's where I think Oba was like a sponge. Like,
oh yeah,
what can I learn? How can I get better? Please watch my matches. How can I do? And like that's why he's doing so well. Exactly. Trick is because Trick was playing wide receiver at South Carolina. Like even Braun Breaker was in college football and then got cut in an NFL training camp and went right to the PC. Like there's something to be said for these guys and girls that like are ready to be coached. Like coach me, and, you know, as opposed to these indie guys come in and be like, I'm good.
But the gymnast thing isn't about. I mean, I'm sure it's great that they can do what they can do on a pommel horse, right? But the main thing is that they are the most coachable people on earth. A gymnast or a ballet dance, you know, that skill. Those girls that do that, they can be molded and for better or worse. Some of these girls are just damaged because of it. But that's why they're signing him. It's not so much because they can do a flip, although that's
Right.
nice. It's mainly because they know that they can mold them into whatever they want them to be. And it's going to be a whole different WWE in a few years, because we're not going to have these indie darlings that are, everyone that we have are going to be that WWE brain control thing is going to become reality, where all of these guys are going to be built from the ground up by WWE specifically to be professional wrestlers, and that's all they're going to know. And they're only going to know the WWE style. And that's,
Right.
and say for better or worse, I don't know. So far, the ones they're turning out are pretty good. So I'm not going to complain that much.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Oba Femi is the prototype of that. And but like I said, do you do like an IC title reign or something with them, or is he ready? Are you doing the Brock route where he's ready? Okay, good.
Yeah, you have him ride up the ladder subliminally. You have him win the Intercontinental Championship.
I disagree then. Okay. I thought you were.
What, you want him to go? Well, he is going up against the world champion at some point, because he's earned that championship spot.
And that's why I think
you have him lose that one.
Yeah, because of the bloodline. That's why that's the reason. Right, you said there, Awful, is the reason why I think Roman wins, because it's easy for him to lose to Roman because of the bloodline. He doesn't lose anything from that. And the thing is, it's just if you put the title on him soon, it's almost too much too soon. And then just give him some time. Like, I feel like the next champion is going to be Jacob Fatu. I think Jacob takes it from Roman, but we'll see. I just feel like just give him time. Yeah, I think that's where that's going.
Here's the only thing about Oba, though, is that where do you go after Lesnar? And I know you're gonna be like, well, you just go to Roman, and it's like, okay, fine, you go to Roman, but if you put him into Roman, he's going to be a supporting character in someone else's storyline. That's the problem that you booked yourself. Unless, what is it? Does it go away for 6 months? What does it do after Brock?
You have him beat Brock. You have him lose to Roman at some point, or whoever the world champion is. And then you have him go through his hero's journey. He himself is just like, you know what? I am going to win every fucking belt.
No.
There is still...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
US?
I'm trying to get better.
Intercontinental, and then finally the world championship. You keep him in the title picture. This is how you're going to keep him strong. If you have him beat Trick Williams, then you have him beat, who's the Intercontinental Champion? Chad Gable, maybe 6-7 months down the road. You have him hold the championship, and then he faces Roman Reigns again. And now you have your Ultimate Warrior moment where he's holding 2 belts.
But yeah,
how about that? World Championship.
Every other championship you
didn't destroy shit.
Okay,
so you didn't destroy shit because he's holding the belt.
Have fun next year.
He's holding them
5 tournaments because of that. Awful. You can't.
What's that?
I said have fun next year. We're watching 5 tournaments because of that. Because he has to. We got $20.
Just read the super chat.
College athletes are kind of the sweet spot of college of sports coachables.
Yep.
Hold on.
Coachableness.
Yes, coachableness. Sorry, it scrolled up in the middle. High school people who can't make college haven't had the "I'm the shit" beaten out of them yet. And pro athletes used to look at it as settling. Okay, yeah, sorry. I should wear my other glasses. I have to wear backup
phonics
glasses.
works for this.
I know.
I have to wear my other glasses. I keep seeing.
If you got an issue with them, I can read them, dude. It's fine. Like
it's
I know sometimes the StreamYard won't let you scroll on things. Like it happens to me.
I'm also going to give one of these because we haven't done this in a while.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind. Everybody hands go up, and they stay there. And they say
yeah, Awful's dancing. Yeah, we'll do
Glum Gold, Glum Gold, Glum Gold, Glum Gold.
There we go.
I'm not so happy about that. The dancing and then the face comeback. That was good, Awful.
I get the hero's journey. I understand that, Awful, but I think if you get too cute with this, you're gonna fuck it up. I think it's just got to be if you go through I'm going to go, like, what does he gain by beating Chad Gable after he's beaten Brock Lesnar?
The Intercontinental Championship, where he makes it mean something.
No, he won't. You're
putting
every title. Every time that happens, the title means less. Every time. Name one time that somebody's won the title.
Gunther's 666-day run. Gunther when he you
didn't let me. I was saying
you asked
that
for one. I gave you one. I'm sorry, my bad.
No, but I was asking for
tried.
someone who won the title and then kept it when they won the world title.
Oh, that part, no. Yeah,
That's
that part I don't agree
about.
with.
No,
No.
you can't do that. You can't do that.
All right, so don't do it. But you do still have him go through the Intercontinental Championship run. Okay? Just like he gave up his championship run against Roman Reigns to go against Brock Lesnar. Listen, my accent's terrible. But you have him. Yeah, you fucking put the goddamn Intercontinental Championship in a tournament.
I can't imagine beating Brock Lesnar in a Hell in a Cell and then going, and now I'm gonna fight Chad Gable for the IC title.
No one's asking for that. That's not what I said. God damn it.
Can I say something? Can I give you what I would think?
Certainly can.
I've got a solution that kind of solves this issue. So he beats Brock, and then he says, "I'm going to take on Roman." They build that out and make that a feud because they probably can't do that. They can't do that match until Money in the Bank in the beginning of October. He loses that because of the bloodline or whatever, and during that time, Chad Gable will lose the Intercontinental title to Ethan Page, and then he has a feud with Ethan Page. They had a fantastic feud in NXT together. And as we've said, not everybody's watched NXT. Have him do that for a bit, and then he wins the IC title, keeps it for a long time, and is like what Gunther was, and then when he loses it, he's in the world title picture. That keeps him strong, doesn't have to hit all the belts, has the Intercontinental title, loses it at some point, and then goes for the main title and wins it. Problem solved.
Okay, you guys have fun with that. I'm sorry.
You guys have fun with that.
I think that you have a once in a generational talent.
What do you do after that then, Biss, though? No, not at all.
Yeah,
Okay,
tell us your scenario.
After he wins the title, then what?
First off, I didn't say he wins the title immediately. I agree with you about him losing to Roman. I just don't think he needs to go down and fight Chad Gable and Trick Williams before he gets. What? Don't roll your eyes at me, man.
I'm just asking. Then what happens after that? Then after he loses to Roman, then what do you do?
He's just in the title picture at that point. He's just he can have a feud with Damian Priest, and he can feud there's a bunch of guys that he can go through, and there are 40 people in the main event scene that he can go through without being champion, without putting them down to bury the other
guys.
Gunther
down when Gunther came in and won, and Gunther won the
Intercontinental. But he didn't beat Brock Lesnar first.
Okay, but
that's
he
my
was made other ways. Yeah, I get you. I'm just trying to give him.
Who did he beat before the IC?
That I don't remember because his title reign was 666 days. My brain loses the beginning of it. I was just going for that part.
If you wanted to go that route, you should have done it already. You're having this man retire Brock Lesnar. If you're doing that, you can't put him back down. And when
Gunther retired John Cena, it is now facing a GM.
He's still at the main event. It's a main event attraction, and they're promoting it like a main event.
I'm just saying you've got time. That's my point. You got.
And by the way, I'll say I don't think they're booking. I don't think they're using Gunther right either. I think they kind of messed that up. I just don't.
But I'm the Meltzer people. Remember that.
What? The chat agrees with me.
Sure you do. Yeah.
For once in the history of the world.
I haven't kept an eye on the chat. I just was making.
I don't know what this says, but thank you very much, Matthew Buswell.
Thank you, Matt.
$5.
You can't read that, bro.
Pounds is worth more than our money. So good.
It says, "I love BV Wickling Nightingale." Oh,
this is what he's doing.
Willow Nightingale. Okay, there you go.
There it is. I love it. Willow's great. I'm a big fan. I don't want her to lose it all in.
This thought he was saying.
Well, that's actually Lucy. Lucy has a good idea, which is have him lose to Roman, and then he can win the Rumble, and then there you
go.
There you go. What the fuck?
What you said? The only thing I was against in your thing was him going to fighting for the IC title. That was the only part I had a problem with.
Something to do.
There's nothing wrong with that either.
Give him something to do for November, December, and January.
I don't know why you guys are yelling at me.
I've not yelled once. Okay. I have not, except for that point where I was trying to make my prediction of and you guys wouldn't let me talk. That's the time I was like, I was like, wait, it's becoming This Is Awful. Let me speak here. I'm kidding. This is fun. This is the most fun I've had in the show in a good while. I'm laughing my face off. This is fun.
So, okay. But I think one thing we can all agree on is that if this gets screwed up, it's because they screwed it up.
Oh, it's definitely, yeah. You couldn't be more right about it. There's no way that Oba is messing this up. He has got the right mindset. He's doing what he should. And I don't know if you guys watched Unreal, but his segment in that too is awesome. You just like, yeah, this guy's awesome. Trick too, like you see Trick where after he wins the U.S. title at Mania and goes and hugs his mom, they have a mic there so you can hear him just be like, "I love you, Mama, thank you." He becomes way more likable in.
Jake, you okay?
Oh, there you go.
Here. Yeah, no,
I hope so.
I hit my mic.
Okay, you got muted in the middle of your sentence.
No, because I hit my fucking microphone cord because I got Italian and started talking with my damn hands. I can't do that.
Okay.
No, just say you should watch the season 3 of Unreal with Trick. It's really good. And I can only talk about it here because George hates that show. He's like, I won't talk about Unreal. I'm like, motherfucker, it's good content.
All right. We will get through this last round here, and then we will close up shop for this episode. We just did the men, and we are moving on to the women. Now, remember, everyone seems to be like, why didn't you include this person? Why? It's random. I put it like people in random for one level, the other level, and then I picked 3 at random. So we got Becky Lynch, Sunny. Now, these don't have to be used as, I'm sorry, Medusa, sorry. They're mainly used as wrestlers, but you can also use them as valets if you want to. I don't know why I said Sunny, that's Medusa. So you got Becky Lynch, Medusa, Trish Stratus at 3. You got Rhea Ripley, Molly Holly, and not Molly Holly. Who did I put it? I can't see who that is. Hang on.
That is Molly
Blow
Holly.
it up. It's not. It's Sherry Martel. So it's
Sherry
Rhea Ripley, Sherry Martel, and
made this
Lita
game.
I had to blow the screen up. Leave me alone. And I told you it was random. I didn't pick once. And then you had Awesome Kong, Molly Holly, and Tony Storm as one. Jake, I'll let you go first. Who are you picking out of this one? You got $10.
So we're starting with Sherry Martel for sure. So there's 2. I'll go with Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch. So that gives me that gets me to
that brings you up to 7.
Yeah. So then I'm gonna go. Fuck it, we're going Trish Stratus. That's my legend.
Okay. There you go. Awful. What do you got?
This is so fucking easy. So easy. You got Awesome Kong, you need a big person. Yep. You got Molly Holly, you need the workhorse. You got Sensational Sherry, super fucking heel, and someone who can play a great from underneath babyface Medusa.
You can pick one more. You still got $3.
Yeah, I got
$3 left. Where the fuck is Fabulous Moolah on this
I told
list?
you not everyone is on it.
All right, okay.
Fabulous
or Jazz, for God's sakes.
Hey, at least not Candice Michelle or something.
3 more bucks. God damn it. That's tough. They're all the same person after that.
Oh, Becky Lynch is Becky Lynch. Come on, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch got way over for and she's the workhorse.
Okay, great. Tony Storm. Fuck it.
Oh, Tony Storm. I get it.
Rhea, at least.
Actually,
Jesus.
Tony Storm.
I'm rebelling because none of my favorites are on there, but go ahead.
What do you want me to do? I can't. Next time I pick randomly,
should have called me.
Run it by you first.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
the proper idea.
But then if I ask you which ones to pick, then it's not a game, Awful. Then it's Awful's favorite wrestlers. Here's a list of Awful's favorite wrestlers. The game is that you don't like them. That's the point.
Right.
The point is that you have to use with what's here. So, but yeah, I go back. My list is almost exactly the same as Awful's, except I'd add Becky, because Becky is no woman in the history of wrestling has gotten as over as Becky Lynch has. So in that it was a
Rhea might have. Rhea's close.
Rhea might, but she hasn't yet, because Becky Lynch was the biggest person in the company during her. She was the star.
No, yeah, she's that one. When I was thinking about it, like Becky was the star, Rhea's the attraction, Sherry's just everything that you want her to be, and then Trish is like your legend.
Yeah, but yeah,
because Sherry's the best. Like Sherry's the one that's on everybody's list when you have this out here.
You're not taking a monster, Jake. In Awesome
No, Rhea's a monster. Rhea's big.
Yeah.
I should. No, I. That's where I was like, My problem was is like I took Trish because I was gonna pick Awesome Kong, but then I had $2 left, and I was kind of stuck picking Lita or Tony Storm, and I didn't want either of those bitches, so I went the other way. I'm like, I hate Tony Storm. I used to like her gimmick at the beginning, but I'm so glad she's gone. She was horrible.
The biggest
and Lita we've talked about.
I think the like I said, when Everything Awful did, so it's Everything Awful did and Becky Lynch. So it's Awesome Kong.
You take out Tony
Molly,
Storm and go with Becky Lynch, and that's where the money goes.
It was awful. Awesome Kong, and then Molly, Sherry, Alundra Blaze, Medusa, same person, or Becky Lynch. The thing about Medusa, very underrated when people talk about like greatest of all time in women's wrestling. She could do anything. Like she could be the pretty ballet. She could be the tough girl. She could be the American, like
that's what I'm saying.
She could beat up Ed Ferrara,
kissing baby heels. Yeah, she could be anything. Very Sherry like in that. Sherry,
she was old school. Yeah, she was very old school.
Yep.
And so I would definitely,
indeed.
you need to include those two. And Molly,
Trish's cleavage got my eye, and I went that way. That's
I don't know if there's any woman that I'd say is better in the ring than Molly. I kind of feel bad that Gail Kim didn't make the list. I think I would have picked her if she was there, but you got Kong, that's good enough. And you got to have the monster with Kong. So
Medusa versus Bull Nakano, those matches were outstanding.
Yep.
I may have to watch it after the show.
Medusa versus Kong would have been great too. So unfortunately, they never really were able to cross paths.
Right.
But
I like how the chat's just like, who isn't here? They're just yelling out who isn't on the list. They're not.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be like, try and watch that.
There are a lot of women not on the list.
Right, you picked in all of wrestling. It gave you 9. Like it was what we had. You know what I mean? Like you literally have all of wrestling 9. All right, like what are you gonna do? No, we're not gonna get everybody.
The problem is that if I went in and picked them myself, because what I did, I put them in a like I gave them each a number, and then I put the numbers in a random generator, and I had a big list of 50. So, but the reason that I didn't just pick them myself was because I just picked them myself, then it would just be the list of Dis's favorite wrestlers, right. You can't do that. That's not the game. So I had to let it be random. So. All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. Jake, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah. YouTube.com/@AltJakeTakesOn. You can also find me on Twitter at the same handle. George and I do a live show every Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern where we review AEW Dynamite. We watch the show, so you don't have to. Come hang out with us. And then our best show is Sunday nights at 8:05 p.m. We just have a roundtable discussion, talk about the week in wrestling. This week, usually we go at 8:05. This week we're going on at 2 p.m. Eastern because we're not going to go against SummerSlam. We're going to review night 1 of SummerSlam and then talk about the AEW ticket sales with somebody who lives in England. Honorary Zeus is going to come back on with us, and he's going to tell us all about AEW £50 $2 tickets.
So hang out.
We're on at 2 p.m. Eastern this Sunday because it's the SummerSlam. So we're coming on early to not go against it. So but we're going to talk about night 1 and then the AEW ticket prices.
And Awful, we're going on Saturday after SummerSlam, correct? At 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, I mean.
Yeah, let's hope so. Yeah. Because when the wrestling news stops.
Let's hope the router works out. Yeah. Let's hope the router
really.
Up.
Motherfucker. Get your act together. Because when the wrestling news stops,
turn heel on it.
Making fun of it begins. If you have not seen last week's episode or Sunday's episode, I implore you to watch. I mean, listen, if you're on your third shift at the airport, in your bathtub, in your underwear, just chilling, it's a great breezy show that I think you'll laugh along with with us. It's the funniest this has ever been. That's for goddamn sure.
Well, thank you. I was on fire.
He was on fire, and I was on my phone.
You guys were great. I was dying laughing. You guys were fantastic.
So, yeah, check us out. This is Awful, only on youtube.com/Awful Wrestling.
And yeah, people in the chat saying they're watching it next. Good. We appreciate that. Next week, of course, we will cover SummerSlam, and then after we cover SummerSlam, we will be joined by Kev and Marv, and we will be reminiscing about the days of Tooney Talk past and talking about what's going to happen moving forward and all that good stuff. So we can't wait to see you next week. And yeah, until
tell your friends.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
over.
But we also will see you this
Are you
weekend.
getting verklempt?
Yes. No. I just need water.
Okay.
So yeah, I will next week, I assure you. But thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you next week. Now, get out of here! That was my last time doing it.
Now, Perry the Platypus, feel the wrath of my thank you-inator!
Thank you, you piece of trash.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you! Oh, I suppose you want me to say thank you. Well, you know what? Saying thank you is like jobbing.
Thank you! I got a little message. Thank you. Ooh, yeah!
Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
Thanks? For what?
Hi-ho from all of us here at Tooney Town. Thank you!
And viewers like you. Thank you.